Hello, everyone. I am Dominic.
And I am Scott. Am I
And
too close to the mic like this?
No, you're fine. I just gotta mute you on the thing. Yeah. People are gonna upload this and think this is like a fucking. We're just trying to get dirty talk going.
That's my rapist voice.
Yeah, jeez.
I sneak up behind Emily, and I'll do that. Be like right in her ear, and she'd be like, oh, "Stop doing that!" And she'll like swat her ear like there's a mosquito there or something. She'll do one of those, and she's like, oh, "I hate that voice." Hey.
Well, at least you have a voice she does like. I'm sure if you talk to some of my exes, they don't like my voice ever again.
No, really, your exes don't. No.
Ah, wow, fuck. Once I'm done with it, like once an ex is an ex, you don't hear from me anymore. I don't talk to you. I don't acknowledge you. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, like not the the one. I think you met her once. The one that came to the porn show with us. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
After we broke up, I seen her at the Pickering Flea Market.
Yeah.
I walked right by her. Wouldn't even have known we knew each other.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm just not anymore.
My exes all hate me and don't want to talk to me whatsoever, which is weird because there's only one that we broke up on like really bad terms. All the other ones were like kind of like mutual and not even that bad, and then all of a sudden, they hate me for some reason. I'm like, I don't know what happened. What happened between that time and this time? I don't get it. Like, I don't want to talk to you ever again. And I was like, what? What did I do?
I don't even stick around for that part. I'm just like, okay, I'm out. Peace. On to the next putana.
Mind you, I do. I don't know. I do have some weird rules when it comes to exes, I suppose. The one, I told her that she wanted to be friends, but I said that we can be friends until one of us finds somebody else. And she's like, well, why would we stop being friends? I'm like, well, because that's just what happens. I said, if I was friends with you and I was dating somebody else, and I go, oh, I'm going to go hang out with,
my ex-girlfriend.
What's her name? And she goes, well, who's that? Oh, that's my ex-girlfriend. Nope. The new girl would just obviously say no. Just like a new guy would be like, you're going to hang out with your ex-boyfriend? No, I don't think so.
One of my ex-husbands. One of my ex-girlfriends used to hang out with her ex-husband.
Yeah?
Yeah. In hindsight, I knew it was stupid. I should have put my foot down. But what am I gonna do? You know what I mean? Like, you think you're in love, so you're just like, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's what I told her, and she's like, well, that shouldn't happen. And I was like, yeah, but it happens all the time. It's rare that you can stay friends with an ex. So it happens.
It was more like this guy was a fucking douchebag anyway. There's something about I just didn't like him anyways.
Yeah.
And he just, I don't know. But she would keep him around. I'm just like, I explained it to people and they were just like, really? Like, you put up with that? And I'm like, yeah, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what to do, really.
Yeah.
But, whatever. It's over. Who gives a shit?
Say?
I won't do it again.
No.
Did it, done it, got the t-shirt. Won't.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, even like, if I go on POF, that's the first thing I put down. I'm like, listen, if you're friends with your ex or your husband or whatever, don't bother messaging me. I've done it. I've got the t-shirt. Don't need it again.
Yeah.
I don't need to come home from a hard day's work and find him sleeping on my couch.
Yeah,
like,
really.
you know what I mean? Like, he's supposed to be walking the dogs.
Yeah. Like
their dog or whatever that they had together, and then fucking he's sleeping on my couch. Like,
yeah. No, I don't think so.
No.
Nope.
So fuck that.
Nah. Yeah, but whatever. Everybody moves on, and that's just the way it is.
Yeah, well, yeah. I got a promising lead on one girl, so
And I wouldn't want to be. I wouldn't want to be friends with my exes anyway because, it all turned out bad anyway in the end. Like you know, one of them talked shit to some of my friends. The other one was just disgusting whore, and I was like, those. What
Now, did you know she was a disgusting whore when you were dating her, or did you find this out after?
I found after.
Or did she become the disgusting whore after?
She became a pretty big whore afterwards. Yeah.
Maybe she was just looking for the cock that couldn't satisfy her anymore.
Yeah. Okay. Uh huh.
Well, that's a good way to think about it, anyways.
No, she was. It's not even that, like, she's like went around sleeping with a bunch of guys. It's the way she acted afterwards, where, it was like months. I was like, look, I don't want to talk to you, and we broke up. And then she would call me again and go, hey, how's it going? And being really nice and everything. I was like, why are you calling me? What? Don't act like that. Come on, we're like, and she'd be like all nice and sweet, and she's like, I was just kidding about that stuff, and I was like, okay, fine. And then like a week later, she would be like, you're a fucking dickhead, and I'm like, what is all this about? I didn't even do anything. What happened? She's like, you're a fucking asshole. I'm glad I broke up with you. I'm like, all right, fine.
Yeah, see you later.
It's like always back and forth. And the one time she called me from a payphone, and so I pick it up, and it wasn't even her at first. It was a friend of hers, and I was like, oh, hey. I'm like, what's going on? What do you want? And she's like, oh, I'm here with, I won't say it. I'm here with so-and-so.
We'll call her Sally.
Sally. And she wants to talk to you. And I'm like, ugh. Like, all right, fine, whatever. You can.
Wait, she got her friend to do it? Was this grade 5 this happened?
It was stupid.
Like, did she also write a notice like, do you like me, yes or no? Please check off. Yes, no, maybe?
But I was like, look, I don't want to talk to her, really. And so what she said was, she's, yeah, I'm here with her right now. And I'm like, look, I don't want to talk to her. And she goes, well, that was the thing. She goes, well, she doesn't really want to talk to you, but she wants me to tell you something. I was like, all right, what do you got to tell me? Yeah, she's, she goes, she's been dating this new guy for like 2 or 3 weeks. I was like, all right, that's great for her. I hope she's happy.
Yeah.
I don't really give a shit. And she goes, yeah, and he's a black guy too. I'm like, what the fuck do I care about that? I don't know. What does that matter to me? And I was like, I don't give a shit who she's dating. She can be dating any fucking race she wants. I don't give a shit. I'm not with her, and I'll never be with her. None of this matters to me. She goes, yeah, well, she's been dating this black guy, and just so you know, she's pregnant now. And I was like, oh my God. And I was like, what? And she goes, what do you think of that? And I said, not very much. I said, I kind of laughed, and I was like, she is a disgusting whore. And I just started laughing, and she goes talking to her. She's on the phone, but the girl is there with her, and she goes, he just called you a disgusting whore. Yeah, that's what he said. And I was like, are you talking to her right now? She's like, yeah, she's right here. I'm like, ugh. She doesn't want to talk to you, though. I'm like, I don't care about any of this. Why are you calling me about this? I'm like, this is so stupid. And then fucking 2 weeks after that, she calls me again, but it's her again. It's just her. It's now
she
the
wants
ex.
to talk to you.
Now it's the ex. She's directly talking to me. And I was like, oh, again with you. I'm like, you know what the problem was? I have a cell phone number that's really, at the time, I had a different cell phone number, really easy to remember. 259-4333.
Oh.
4333. That was one of the best numbers ever, although I do have a pretty kick-ass number right now. But anyway...
yeah, just don't say it on the air.
No.
You get all the crazies calling.
It has like a ton of zeros. But anyway...
You can have all the nutcases like hitting zero.
Yeah, really,
every
eh?
zero combination.
Let's prank call this asshole. Yeah. Is your refrigerator running? What was I gonna say? Yeah, she calls me and I was like, "Oh, here we go." I'm like, "What now?" And she goes, "Yeah, so what are you up to?" I'm like, "Nothing. Just just at home. I don't know, whatever I was doing, right? Play video games or something." "Oh, that's neat. Yeah. What game are you playing?" I was like, "All right, what do you want?" I was like, just stop with this small talk. I'm like, what do you want?" "Well, nothing. I just want to see what you're up to. Maybe you want to hang out." Like, what? I said 2 weeks ago you're telling me you dated a guy, you're pregnant, and all this stuff, and I'm like, what?
She
what is
lost
all
the
this?
baby.
No. The guy she was dating, the black guy, had to go back to jail.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
he was gonna be in there a while, and she decided that she was just gonna have an abortion
Oh, okay.
because the guy was gonna be in jail for a while, and she didn't want to take care of a kid that would never see the father, I guess, and
So she wanted to celebrate by using your cock.
pretty much, yes.
Oh.
That's what and I started laughing, and she's like, "What are you laughing?" I'm like, I said, "Because," I said, "you did it to yourself." I said, "This is all your fault." I'm like, "What do you?" I said, "You're a complete idiot." I'm like, "Who does this stuff?" I'm like, "Are you just doing this to like make me mad?" Like that was the thing. I said, and I'm like, I said, "You're doing all of this just to make me mad." And she's like, "No, I'm not." I'm like, if you weren't trying to make me mad doing all this shit, you wouldn't have called me to tell me everything. And I was like, "You're telling me you just met this guy and decided he's a great guy, and oh, wait a minute, I'm gonna call Scott and tell him." I'm like, and now you're calling me again to tell me that you're not with him anymore, and now you want to hook up again. And I'm like,
Yeah, I know the plan. The plan was that she was planning to see that, oh my God, she's pregnant. That should be my baby. Blah 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 blah. Because I should be with her. And then all of a sudden, now the baby's gone and aborted. And now Scott's going, "Oh, now I can have that relationship." with
yeah,
her."
now the way is clear for me again to
Yeah.
move in there. No, don't think so. Nope.
Yeah,
But I don't know if I should say. You know what? I don't know. I was gonna say I don't know if I should say this on the air because I did something that was pretty
to her to the
that
same.
at that point where she called me again. I was really pissed off because I was like, I don't want to fucking talk to you again. Like, but that's it. We've been broken up for like a year now, and you're still fucking calling me. And she was like, I'll do anything just to hang out with you again and like hook up. And I was like, and I don't know if I should say it because I
Please
feel.
tell me the story ends with like you Dotson in her face or something and like kicking her out of the car.
Well, because I don't want to like say something like real nasty that.
Hey, it's my shit. This is on the Savages.
It is the Savages podcast, though. I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah, this is on my brand. We're good. The more hate mail, the better.
And the only thing is, I'm trying to think if Emily would be mad if she heard this.
Well, Emily actually hear this? Does she actually listen? Did she listen to the last
I don't
hour?
I don't know if she does or not.
You don't have to share it.
I don't think she does. But
Emily probably just assumes that as soon as you're under my banner, that we're just talking about naked bitches and.
But she does think that my ex was that particular ex was a big skank anyway. So, but what I did was, and bear in mind, I was like, at the time I was 20, probably 26. It was a while ago, right? And I was like, look, I don't want to see you. I don't want to hang out with you. Why you keep calling me? Why do you want to hang? Oh, how about we, you want to get together, have a coffee, maybe like hang out at your place tonight? I was like, what is this? And And I was like, no, I don't want to see you.
This is before Netflix and chill.
Yeah, really. Yeah, exactly. It was coffee and hang out. Like, all right. But then I kept saying no, and she's like, well, come on. Well, I'm really bored, and I got nothing to do, and all my friends don't talk to me anymore. Like the girl that she made call me, they had a falling out. They don't talk anymore.
Within the 2 weeks.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This girl is not good at keeping people around her. She's awful.
She's volatile.
Oh, big time. She's out of her mind. She's crazy.
Yeah, I know someone like that.
But you would think it'd be like just like ex-boyfriends because, you know, that shit happens. But no, female friends, can't stand her. After a few weeks, she'll like fly off the handle or do something, and it's like, fuck this. So she's like, yeah, I don't even talk to so-and-so anymore, and I got no friends. Yeah, you know, you're the only person that talks to me. And I'm like, oh, barely, right? And she's like, oh, come on, I don't have anybody right now. We don't have to get together. We don't have to get back together, she says. And she goes, what do you want? What do I have to do? I'll do anything. And I was like, really? Anything? She goes, yeah, anything you want to do. I was like, all right, how about anal? And she goes, all right, fine.
Oh my God.
I wasn't too big into it. I just wanted to see if she would agree to it. And she did.
Well done.
She didn't, well, because she didn't really want to do it. Neither did I really, because she's kind of a skank. But I wanted to see if she would say yes, because she said anything, and I was like, all right, how about a little bit of anal there? And she kind of looked down. She goes, all right, fine.
Oh, you asked her right in her face.
Yeah.
Oh, this is
because I met her. Well, because I met her someplace and we were arguing. And I was like, "Look, I don't want you to come back to my house." And that's when she's like, "Please, I'll do anything." I'm like, "All right." And she kind of looked down and like
discussed to herself.
Yeah, and I was like, "Wow, I can't believe she agreed to that." Jeez. At first, I kind of felt guilty about doing that.
You know what, man? When it comes to women, I don't feel fucking guilty at all.
But then, based on what she was doing before, I was like, yeah, I'm fine with it. And then, of course, like that only lasted maybe a week or so, and then I went back to
you're a piece of fucking shit.
Yeah. Fuck you. I hate your guts. I hope you die. I'm like, oh, all right. At one point, she called me up with another friend of hers and told me that she hired a hitman to kill me. Oh. Yeah. And I was like, oh, are you fucking serious? That's amazing. And she's like, what? What are you talking about? No. I'm going to hire a hitman. I'm like, that's fucking cool as hell. I'm like, I didn't even know that still exists. She's insane.
I'm going to hire a hitman. Yeah. Oh, fucking right.
I'm like, right on, yeah.
Out of all the ways to go, I want to get hit.
Yeah, really, eh? But I said that about the Yakuza one time. Everybody's like, oh, you don't mess with the Yakuza. But imagine if you went over to Japan and there was like a group of Yakuza like confronted you. I'm like, that's fucking cool as hell, man. I'd be taking pictures with them. I'd be like, yo, show me your fingers.
Show me your fucking fingers.
Yeah. I'd be like, that's amazing. I'm like, you guys really Yakuza? That's amazing. I would win them over. That's what I think would happen if I went to Japan. After a while, they'd be like, this guy's not bad. I don't know.
He's not bad for a fucking round eye.
For a gaijin, I don't know. He's all right. This guy's growing on me here. I like this guy.
He likes Yakuza Mafia and he likes ramen. I'm down. Odd time
man, this is amazing.
Odd time eat some sushi. We're good.
Be like, you guys know any good noodle places around here? And we're like, yeah, all right. Yeah, I got this place. And this guy's not bad. Yeah, that's That was my
You know,
worst ex-girlfriend ever.
what the fuck is the worst ex-girlfriend thing I've ever had?
Like, awful.
See, I can't think of one off by hand. Like a bad breakup, because like I said, once I'm done, I'm done. There's no turning back.
Yeah. You didn't have a really easy cell phone number to remember?
No, dude, I just block everybody, bro.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if I could do that back then.
Well, yeah, back in the day, probably not, but, like, I would just not answer the phone. Excuse me. Whoa. Goddamn monster. But, which I'm still looking for a sponsorship.
Please sponsor us, Monster. We both drink. We both drink your products.
Yeah. We don't care that it cleans fucking... did you see that video?
The guy cleaned the grease off his work table?
Yeah, his work table. No,
yeah.
Someone posted that, I'm like, it still tastes so good, I don't care. Like, it could clean fucking turpentine, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. It all yeah. Well, the science behind that explains why it worked. It wasn't the fact that the Monster has, like, bad stuff and, like high-strength cleaning products in it. It was what he was using to clean something. Like, I want to explain it quickly without getting technical, but there's certain
properties.
There's certain fluids that will attract grease or repel grease, and he was using something that didn't really attract grease.
The brake cleaner, because it's supposed to keep the brakes clean.
Yeah, but the Monster was like water based and carbonated, so it actually did break the grease up a bit.
Yeah,
and yeah, the brake. What was he using? Brake cleaner.
Brake cleaner.
Yeah, that stuff's not good for actually cleaning up grease.
No, it's because you're supposed to keep grease away from like the brakes and stuff.
Yeah, it like repels everything.
Yeah,
like repels oil and grease.
Okay, fair enough. That makes sense.
So, yeah, science, bro.
But yes, if Monster's listening at any point, I'd fucking, dude, you don't even have to pay us. Just send us a couple cases a month, and I'm happier than a pig in shit.
Yes, me too. My favorite is the Monster. What is it? It's orange. What's it called here? Ultra Sunrise. That's it.
Yeah, I'm more of just the regular, normal.
You like the normal green one?
Yeah.
Mine's a sugar-free orange. Yeah, love this stuff.
But even the calories on this is not that bad. It's only 210.
Oh, really? That's all right.
On a regular, right? So, I mean...
It's not bad.
Literally, I can live my whole day on a Monster if it didn't give me a heart attack. If we didn't have that part of the fucking thing...
Yeah,
that potentially could give me a heart attack if I drank like 4 or 5 of them in a day.
Yeah. I remember a long time ago when I used to work at a call center. I get energy drinks every day, but they were not sugar-free. Apparently, I guess back then there wasn't very much sugar-free options.
No,
they all had sugar in them, like tons and tons.
I remember when I remember like going to. Remember when Shell was the 7-Eleven?
Yeah.
And I remember going just overnight, just this whole section in their freezer was just a big fucking turned into like energy drinks. I'm like, what the fuck? And it had like NOS, and it came in a NOS bottle.
Yeah,
and all this stuff. And I'm just like, what? And then like, what was the other one? The UFC one. I can't remember which one that was.
Oh, good one. Yeah, that's.
I don't even know if they still have it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it for a while.
But it was like the official drink of UFC.
Yep. I think they got Monster as a sponsor of them now. Some other energy drink is their sponsor now. But I remember going to the store and picking up a different one each time because a lot of them there's a lot of different ones coming out.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I'm gonna keep trying different ones. And I saw a new one. It was called Buku. BOOKOO.
I think I remember seeing it in the 7-Eleven.
And the name was so weird. It was in an extra large can. It was like
one of those King Monster ones.
Yeah, it was a big one. Like it was like Like you eat the tall cans of Monster, it was like one of those and plus a half.
So bigger than that one that we're looking at right now.
No, not as big as that one, but like
Or is it
the regular ones we're drinking now.
Yeah.
What? They are
473.
473. This one was like 540 or something.
Yeah,
like
okay.
That. So it was a little bit bigger, and it was lemonade flavored. And I was like, oh, that sounds all right. And I grabbed it, and it was pretty tasty. It tasted like lemonade, and I was like, oh, decent. And I looked at the caffeine count on it in the back. It was 310 milligrams. Or 320? It was 320. And I was like, holy shit, 320. That's like double what currently what Monster is.
Well, yeah, Monster's only 166 on a regular Monster.
166, yeah. This was 320. So
I remember. Do you remember Jolt?
I remember Jolt, yeah.
That was really the first energy drink because that was like.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Because they would say it was like 3 Coca-Colas in a can or something like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I remember that, and it would just wire you, go nuts.
Yeah.
And then it went away for a bit, and then it came back, and then it went away for a bit, and then.
Yep.
And then now I haven't seen it in.
No, I don't see it anymore either.
I've seen it in odd places.
Yeah.
Like a backstreet Chinese convenience store might have it, but I haven't seen it.
Those places are the best for getting like odd flavored pops and everything. I think they get them from the States.
They've got to, or they just those the Chinese guys they deal with different fucking dealers themselves like.
True, yeah.
Listen, I'm only going on what I'm assuming here, but like, if you're gonna get a company to come in who only speaks English, or you get a Chinese guy who says I can get you whatever the fuck you want, and you can speak Chinese to me,
yeah, I go in this place right by my house, and it's run by an Indian couple, but the premise is still the same. I always go in there and I see the rarest pop flavors like Pineapple Crush or Strawberry Crush. Where the fuck are they finding these things?
Yeah.
And or like Canada Dry, and it'd be like some really weird flavor.
Like raspberry, black cherry.
Yeah. I'm like, what is this? I'm like, raspberry lemon. I'm like, what? Where did this come from? And like it was like Island Breeze Lime, and I'm like, what? Where the hell is this? I'm like, Island Breeze Lime. I've never heard of this. But yeah, they have them there.
Well, I guess it's because of the States. I mean, I've heard it's been a while since I've gone, but I hear stories now how things like even from the last time I went, like it's changed.
Yeah,
where like they've got like 2 aisles just dedicated to cereal.
Yeah, last time I went down to the States, New York, there's a lot of Pop-Tarts. I went to a Walmart. They have beer, of course, which we do have now here in Walmart, but they have a
Is beer in Walmart now?
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know. I thought it was just in Loblaws.
No, everywhere can sell it now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Some places will have big signs, too.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
When I go to Walmart, there's only a couple of things I go into Walmart for in Canada.
Yeah, it's true.
Excuse me,
but,
fuck.
The most variety of flavors I saw of our product was Pop-Tarts. I don't know why, but they have a shit ton of flavors of Pop-Tarts there. I mean, it's a ridiculous amount. It's like 50. It's like say half the aisle. Like if the aisle's 30 feet long, like 15 feet worth of the aisle, from like floor to the top. It's all Pop-Tarts. Yeah,
one of my exes, she used to go to Buffalo all the time.
Yeah.
And even that and Oreo cookies. I fucking hate Oreo cookies.
I hate Oreos, eh? Oh, jeez.
Can't stand. They creep. Like, I have my own reasons why, but like.
Okay.
Nothing to be funny about. It's just I have a reason why I don't like them.
Honestly, when it comes to different flavored Oreos, I don't really like them too much. Either original Oreos or the vanilla Oreos That's it. When they start getting like pumpkin spice and like salted caramel, I was like, it's not an Oreo anymore. It doesn't taste like an Oreo. I was like, I'm not big on them. But it's like original vanilla. That's it.
I just hate when they start fucking making everything pumpkin spice.
Yeah, I know everything's pumpkin spice.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ! There's even that video with Vic. You know that comedian Vic DiBietto?
No.
Oh my God, he has a whole fucking rant about it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's. I remember I've played it before on an episode.
Oh yeah, you played me that guy. He goes nuts.
Yeah, he'll just go nuts about whatever. Like, there's one where like, I guess in the States it's home sense or whatever, or home something.
Okay.
And it's the same idea as going to fucking Home Value, whatever, where you can decorate your house.
Like Pier 1 Imports.
Yeah. No, because this maybe the Home Sense is the Canadian version, and then in America it's called something else or whatever.
Okay.
And he goes on a rant about how his wife just goes to this fucking place and buys the most ridiculous shit.
Yeah.
Like one of them was like a bird cage with a candle, and the bird's on top.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, "What the fuck is this? Like, shouldn't the bird be in the fucking cage?"
Uh-huh.
And shit like that. And
it's like it's crafts that women have made that a store has decided to duplicate. And sell themselves.
Yeah, it's something. Someone saw it at a garage and like, oh, I can at least find a couple of idiots to buy this fucking thing.
Yep.
Because I remember I can go with my ex and she'd go to that fucking thing. I'm just like, why? Like, why would you want this? I don't get it. Like,
yeah. It's tchotchkes that, you decorate your home. Emily's mother is like that. She's a nice lady, but her home, when I go there, I'm always paranoid about like turning around too quickly and knocking something over.
She just got full of tchotchkes and stuff.
Totally full of tchotchkes, and like every like shelf space is covered in stuff that it's all just decorations. And her doorknobs are like there's stuff hanging off doorknobs everywhere. It's crazy.
Yeah, like there's no way if I if I get into a house again, I'm not no.
She got really mad at me one time because I was sitting in a chair and everybody was like talking and everything, and it was a conversation I wasn't really interested in. And I kind of look over to the side and I was like, oh yeah, she has a piano that she uses as a TV stand, and she
piano is a TV stand.
Yeah, it's an old piano. She painted it and put like scroll work on it and shit. So now it's a fancy TV stand.
Oh.
But now on the part that goes over the keys, I don't know what you call that, bridge maybe or something, I don't know. But anyway, there's like a wooden doll sitting on it, and I looked over, I'm like, look at that wooden doll, and I reached over and I grabbed it, and I was just examining the thing, and then I put it on my knee, and I started making it dance on my knee, until people started looking over, and they're like, oh my God. And I'm like, I just started making it dance, and everybody starts laughing. And then her mother was like, Scott, you better not drop that. You better not break it. Just put it back. Just put it. And she's like freaking out. And then I'm like, all right, I'll put it back. I put it back crooked, and it fell on the floor. And she freaked out.
And her dad's probably just like, yeah, just don't break it because it costs us like $150. Like he's more worried about how much it costs.
Oh man!
Here, like I found that video. Listen to this one. I'm telling you, it's exactly how you will feel about pumpkin spice.
Okay.
Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Google Plus. Your sister's ass, the pony's breath. Very ticked off Vic here. Bright and early in the morning, I'm ticked off. You see where I'm going with this? That time of the year. Always end of September before Halloween. We start with the pumpkin spice, everything, no matter where you go. Kellogg's came out. Pumpkin spice crunch. Limited edition. Go get them now. Go get a pallet of this shit, because it's limited edition. You go to Dunkin' Donuts. Pumpkin spice coffee, pumpkin spice, pumpkin Peter Piper, pick the fucking pumpkin pumpkin spice muffins. Pumpkin spice donuts. Look at this. Pumpkin spice coffee creamer. What the fuck? If I want to have pumpkin, I'll get a fucking pumpkin, eat the fucking pumpkin. What are you jamming down our throats for? What's the whole connection with the pumpkin spice fucking flavored everything? Why don't they have pumpkin spice fucking raviolis? Or pumpkin spice lobsters? Or pumpkin spice steak? Or pumpkin spice your sister's ass? Or pumpkin spice, pumpkin. I'm gonna turn into a fucking pumpkin. That's what ticks me off.
Is that exactly how you feel? Is that exactly how you feel about pumpkin spice?
Everything's pumpkin spice. Absolutely.
Like, when the fuck did that turn around? Like, all of a sudden, like, every fucking September.
Well, I mean, yeah, every September, October, but...
For the last, 4 or 5 years now?
Oh, yeah, man. Everything's pumpkin spice now.
Yeah.
Like, it was... Like, Tim Hortons... They put out pumpkin spice donut and a pumpkin spice muffin, which the muffin's good because it's got pumpkin seeds baked into it.
Yeah.
And it's got cream filling, and it tastes like pumpkin. And I was like, it actually works really well for the muffin. I'm like, it's really good. And then it's like pumpkin spice everything. Like you said, coffee creamer, pumpkin spice. I'm like, oh god. I got what did I get? Pumpkin spice, shredded wheat, all kinds of like cereals.
I stay away from it all. Don't.
It's crazy.
Like, even when I go to Tim Hortons and they look at me because they're supposed to upsell shit like that.
Yeah.
As soon as the guy looks at me, I'm just like, don't even ask. I don't care about pumpkin anything.
Yeah.
And he's just like, okay, I won't ask. Sorry. And you feel sorry for the guy.
I try to stay away from that stuff anyway. Every new thing they get is like just super deluxe version of something else, and it's like, and ever since they started putting the calorie count on everything, you realize how ludicrous the calories are in those the muffins they make and shit. I'm like, I can't justify it, man. Sorry. Like the new drinks they have, their new frozen ice drinks or whatever. What was the one that sounded really good? Oh, chocolate chip.
The ice cap.
Yeah, chocolate chip ice cap, and I'm like, oh, that sounds pretty good. It's 510 calories.
Yeah, it's half your meal count for the day.
Holy shit! I'm like,
you know what it is? I've noticed that stuff started happening right after Burger King bought them.
Yeah, Burger King's never been one to care about calorie counts.
No, and I think like since they're American, they're starting to get that whole American idea where like we're gonna fatten everybody up type of thing. And I'm just like, listen, I'm fat enough, bro. Like,
I had they had what was the breakfast sandwich they had there? The enormous omelet
egg sandwich,
yeah. They actually called it the enormous something or other sandwich. And I remember when they first came out, it had like 3 or 4 eggs, and then cheese, and then you can pick
pork or bacon to go inside.
Yeah, it was pork or bacon, but they gave you like an option of 2 different ones or something.
Yeah.
Like it came with sausage, and then they're like, you can pick your other meat if you want more sausage or bacon or something else. And I was like, holy fuck, man. I'm like, all right, more sausage. How about that? Absolutely ridiculous. A huge sandwich.
Yeah, it was like $5 too.
Oh my god, I couldn't believe how big that was.
Yeah, I think they still have it, but I ordered it once and I could feel my fucking arteries clog, and I'm like,
I was like, what do I got to do to work this off? Go down and like chop trees all day or something? Like, really?
Yeah, and the calorie count was probably at least 1,500 on that.
Oh, it was ridiculous. I couldn't believe it.
Jeez, I never thought I'd be talking about calorie counts on my show.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
I know, no, whatever. We're just shooting the shit. That's what it's called. You know, I figured, what the fuck? If it takes us to calorie counts, well, it takes us to calorie counts. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? I could have my mother calling here and asking to fucking fuck somebody. So,
Oh god. Yeah. Well, I would have told more crazy ex stories, but I only have the one.
well, I wish I had them. Although I found out that a girlfriend that I had when I was in grade school, she's a lesbian now.
Oh, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, right on. Good for her.
Yeah, I just didn't know.
Right on.
She didn't act like a lesbian when we were going out, but whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's everything I hate. A vegan fucking.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah, like have you ever sat around one day and or just like a name just pop in, like you haven't thought about them and like. Honestly, I didn't think of her name in like 30 years, bro.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, a little less than 30 years, but
Yeah.
maybe 23 years, 24 years. Never thought of her, never said a fucking word. I don't think I've ever talked to you about her.
Right.
Never mentioned, her name is Anne Marie.
Oh, okay.
So you know me, have I ever mentioned her? She wasn't even that great of a girlfriend.
No, I don't. I've never heard that
Yeah.
name.
And then one day you ever had that where you're like, the name just pops in your head and you're like, I wonder whatever happened to that bitch.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sometimes. Yeah.
So yeah, I just kind of like, I Googled her and I found her on Facebook and I'm like, she's looking kind of butchy.
Yeah.
Then she's got like a YouTube channel and it's like, oh, vegan fuck. Oh no. She's
Yep.
everything I fucking hate.
Uh huh.
Yeah, there's no way you could put us in the same fucking room together.
Yeah. I'm sure she's a big social justice warrior too.
Yeah, it's like politically correct. Her thing is like the politically correct vegan fucking meal bullshit thing, like show or whatever. On her,
Yeah.
her YouTube. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Uh huh.
And she's Italian too, so I'm like, her family must have been like, her father must have been like, God damn it, her mother, that should have been the sperm that her mother swallowed.
Uh huh. Yeah.
Like, but other than that, that's the weirdest one. Now that I think about it,
No.
I don't think I turned anyone. Well, and then I got the one that I ended up with a smoking problem.
Yeah. No, I just got the one crazy ex. I'm sure there's more stories about her. I just can't think of any right now. That's probably the funniest one. Beat the hell out of some guy that was. She was living in a house with a guy upstairs, and I remember when she moved out, he kept saying she owed him money and all this shit, and then I was there, and then he's like, you're not allowed to leave unless I get my money, neither of you, and I was like, I don't think you know what you're doing here, pal. And I was like, you're telling me I'm not allowed to leave? He's like, yeah, it's either she gives me the money or you do. I said, well, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and continue packing. Then I'm going to leave. And I suggest you not get in my way. And he fucking did. He's this little skinny guy.
Don't you just love those guys?
Yeah, and I remember, I knew that he wanted to fight me because he was talking about me with somebody else and said that he could kick my ass because he's he's a lot quicker than I am. And he's like, no, Scott's way too big. I'm like quick and agile, and I can kick his ass. And I was like, quick and agile.
Yeah, you might get 2 punches in, bro, but if I get a hold of you, you're done.
And I was like, quick and agile is cool if you know how to fight in the first place. But you still have to have that skill, right? And I was like, quick and agile is good if you then know the skills. Then you're a quick and agile, good fighter. But being quick and agile, it doesn't mean anything. And so that's what he did. He's like, you're not going anywhere. And I was like, get the fuck out of my way, pal. And he grabbed me, and then I beat the shit out of him. Hey, yeah.
Don't you just like when the little guy comes up to you and you're like, hey, little man?
Yeah, he had a friend that was there too, and his friend didn't want to get involved in it, and he just stood back and watched this guy get beat up.
You just pummel him?
Yeah, when he grabbed me, my hands were at my side because I wasn't like putting my hands up to fight him or anything. And so when he grabbed me, I kind of pushed him away a bit and then swung at him. I wanted to hit him in the jaw just to knock him out. And I was like, my hands were at my side and I aimed for his jaw and I punched him in the neck instead. And I was it kind of had a decent effect because it really stunned him and he was like hurt by it. And he kind of backed up and then I did a side kick into his stomach, which knocked him back, and then he started coming forward again, and I kicked him in the nuts. And that one was a good one. He kind of stunned him a bit. But, so I kicked him in the nuts. He kind of crumpled a bit, and then I grabbed him. I spun him around, and I put a chokehold on him. And he started fucking choking. And his buddy, he started choking. He's like, what was the guy's name now? The other guy that was there. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck his name was. I'll say Steve. I don't know.
Oh, I was going to say Ricardo, but
Ricardo. Okay. That's even better. Stupid name. Ricardo. So he's like, yeah, he started choking. He's like, Ricardo, help. Ricardo, help. That's what he's doing, eh? And the guy reached forward, and the son of a bitch, I didn't bother, like, I didn't even care what that other guy was going to do, because I was like, there's no way he knows how to take the choke off him. Like, he's just going to reach forward and grab my arms, which is probably not going to do anything. But what he did was, he grabbed my hand that was on the back of the guy's neck, or the back of his head. So if anybody's familiar with, I guess you watch UFC, what a rear naked choke is, it's exactly what I put on him. And, you know, the one arm goes around the neck, it clasps the bicep of your other arm, and then that arm goes behind the person's head to keep it steady. Well, the only way to get out of that is to reach back around your head and grab the person's hand and peel the hand off the back of your head. Because then you can move your head back and create space.
Yeah, okay.
That's how you get out of it. And you have about 5 seconds to do it. And I've done it before. I've done it before in the training and all that stuff. That's
just so people don't know, you actually are trained in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, I did judo and jiu-jitsu for 3.5 years.
Yeah, so this isn't like you just copying what you see on fucking UFC television.
Yeah, and this motherfucker, he reached forward and he fucking grabbed my hand off the back of his head. And he pulled my arm out straight, and I was like, son of a bitch. He did the exact thing you're supposed to do, and I was like, fuck. And so I kind of moved the guy to the side a bit, and I fucking did a front kicked the other guy in the chest, and he went flying backwards. And then what I did was I kept my hand, so I kicked the guy in the chest, he went flying backwards, and so then I reached down with my other hand and grabbed the guy's, like, under his crotch, and I picked him up, and I did a big power slam right into the floor, and which was hilarious, because I was like, I don't know why I even did that. I was like, I could have done all kinds of other stuff, but I just decided, I'm like, fuck it, I'm just going to pick this guy up. So I did. I picked him up, and I just did a huge power slam.
Like WWE style?
Yeah.
Dude.
And oh my God, I couldn't believe it. I just lifted him right up. I'm like, it wasn't even like a short little disc. I fucking lifted him up into the air, like over my head, and just power slammed him.
Dude.
But, and then, of course, he kind of stumbled, and he was trying to get up, and I finished him with a big old kick to the face.
It's like the same thing, like, you have no idea, like, well, maybe you would have an idea, but, like, being a bouncer, my favorite thing to do is the Cobra Clutch.
The Cobra Clutch.
Or the $1 Million Dream or whatever.
Uh-huh, yeah.
But, see, the thing is, though, is that the move is so good that you can't move.
Yeah.
And I have full control of you, and I can lift you up, and I can drag you. You're coming with me whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
right? But the thing is, though, is that especially if the person's a wrestling fan, they don't get mad at you.
Yeah.
As soon as you let them go and you're outside the company, the first reaction is, "Did you just put me in the fucking $1 million dream?" And I'm just like, "Yeah."
They're just impressed.
Yeah, that I actually made a fake wrestling move real and it works.
Yeah. No, I did a big fucking kicked him in the face when he was trying to get up, and he fell. He did one of those things because he's halfway up, and when I kicked him in the face, like that was it. He fell backwards, like it was one of those ones he couldn't catch himself.
Yeah.
And he fell backwards like 15 feet and just collapsed into a bathroom, which was kind of funny to me because I wasn't even trying to do that. He fell all the way back through the doorway into a bathroom, and then I could see him in there like trying to recover, and then he was like stumbling around. He's like, "Oh, you're fucking dead. I'm gonna fucking stab you." And he went into the kitchen. And he was looking for a knife, and then he told his friend to get a knife. And I'm like, "All right, I'm out of here now." And I just walked out, and that was it. Never saw the guy again.
You never ran into him?
No, never ran into him again.
Maybe you did. He just didn't realize. He just put his head down and went the other way.
Possibly, yeah, that's possible.
I think those two bitches at remember the coffee shop last night in the truck. Remember? They parked the truck right in front of us.
Yeah.
They stared at me. Then they walked away somewhere, and then they got back in the truck. Didn't say a word to us.
Yeah.
And then when they were driving and they were like closer to getting on the highway too, they turned around and was like, "Hey, nice chain." I'm like,
"Oh yeah."
"Yeah, thanks a lot, you wanksters." Like,
I thought you knew them.
No, I didn't know them at all. Oh, fuck that. And I was just like, how am I supposed to react to that? Like, I'm a fat guy, first of all. So unless it's an emergency, I ain't running for shit.
Yeah.
And second of all, you're in a truck and you're halfway across the parking lot. And you didn't grow the balls to say anything to me.
Yeah.
Until you were halfway across the parking lot. Like, okay, you're cool, buddy. And then they squealed their tires out. Well, someone's got a small dick syndrome there.
Yeah.
Like, I completely won that whole thing.
Yeah.
Mind you, if they had came to fight me, bro.
Yeah, that happens. It happens in Oshawa all the time. I found it a term. I don't know if you heard the term mad dogging.
No, I've never heard of that.
You know, sometimes you'll see somebody on the street and they're like, everybody that passes by, they're like yelling stuff at them, making comments, generally just harassing people and shit like that.
Yeah, trying to make themselves the alpha.
Yeah. Well, apparently that's some people call it mad dogging.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, that kind of makes sense. And you know what? You run into that kind of people, those people all the fucking time.
Oh yeah, no. I mean,
you know, they'd be like, my old apartment. I came in, I parked in the parking lot there, and there was people having like a bonfire in the building, just behind. And like, oh, okay, whatever. There's like 4 people there, and I got out of my car, and they were staring at me as I pulled in, and then as I parked, as I got out, staring at me, just the whole fucking time. And I was like, oh, what is this? And then I got out, and one guy was like, yeah, look at this guy. And then I heard that, and I closed my door, and I turned around, and I just faced them, and I stood there staring at them. And then the guy that said, he goes, and they kind of like looked away. And then the other guys were like, yeah, anyway, and that was it. They all fell silent. Because they're just trying to mad dog. Like, they think I'm just going to try to ignore them and be like, oh, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, and then they feel like they've won the battle, and you see the way he ran inside.
But I'm like, they look at this guy, and I was like, oh, okay, what do these guys got to say to me? And I closed the door, and I turned to face them and just staring at them, and they're just like, that was it. That's all they had. I was like, all right, that's it. Okay. I hate people that do that.
We should get Will to protest them. They're ruining the environment with their bonfire.
I fucking hate people that do that.
What, protest or just call out people? Or both?
I hate people that mad dog people.
No, I hate them too. There was a guy at the club once, and I asked him for his ID, and he goes, "Oh, I'm fine."
Yeah, oh, God. Yeah, I was there that night.
Oh, yeah.
I saw that was hilarious. That was absolutely hilarious. People talk about being tough guys all the time, right? You're like, oh, I did this to him, and then I fucking did that. Like, my story I just told kind of sounds like I'm just being a tough guy, which being tough guy sarcastically means you're not a tough guy. You just act like one.
Yeah.
So people tell those stories all the time, and I'm like, man, if I wasn't there to see you deal with that guy, I would never bleed. I'd be like, whatever, tough guy. Come on. That was fucking hilarious. But have you ever told that story on the air?
I can't remember. Maybe I have. I do. You know what, man? Like, Will and Cal, they remind me all the time that sometimes I repeat my stories.
Yeah. I don't know if you've ever told it. But it was hilarious. From my point of view, it was funny as hell.
Because the kid was like, what, 5 foot nothing? And
yeah. It was 2 guys and a girl. One guy was dressed like Eminem. And he was a white kid.
Yeah.
And then, you're like, ID, man? He goes, yeah, no, I'm fine. And you're like, no, you're not. You're not fine. I need your ID. No, it's good, man. It's good. I don't need that. And then it's like you instantly got mad at him. And you're just like, it's not fucking fine. I just asked for your fucking ID. So you're going to give it to me. And the guy's like, yo, man, this and that. And he was going to say something else, and you totally cut him off. He's, oh, you fucking yo me. You from the ghetto, man? I'm from the fucking ghetto. Get your yo ass out of here. And he started yelling at him. I'm like, wow, nice. I'm like, you didn't even wait for him to get the sentence out. As soon as you heard yo, you're just like, you just exploded on him. That was hilarious.
Dude, I hate suburban kids when they yo me. It's just something that triggers
hilarious.
me. Where I'm just like, don't fucking yo me,
Yeah.
bro.
And I was like, this kid, I don't even know why he's still standing there. Just leave.
And mind you, like every time I text you or Cal or something, I always go yo.
Yeah, I know, eh? Jesus Christ. That was funny as hell.
Remember when he went outside and he didn't say nothing until he got about halfway up the street?
Yeah, and then he yelled back at you. Yeah.
And I was like, listen, Slim Shady, 8 miles over there.
Yeah. He just kept yelling insults at him. Ugh, it was so stupid. I hate people. Ugh. Yeah, there's so many, I guess, I don't know. I guess the other term is like,
I had great sex that night, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a girl that she really liked it. Like, and then she asked me to drive her home, and then we ended up fucking.
All right, right on.
So I'm not complaining.
No, I wouldn't.
No, every so often she sends me a little message. You want to hang out, nice. Netflix and chill.
Nice.
Yeah. So.
No, I what do they call them? Paper tigers.
Yeah.
That's what it reminds me of. Paper tigers, which is exactly what you think it means. Guys that are like they act and talk a big game, but down deep, they're nothing. They're made of paper.
No, and that's the thing. Like, I'm not claiming to be anything I'm not.
No, I know.
Like, I never said I'm a gun-toting thug. I never carried a gun. I never fucking,
Yeah.
I never fucking was in a drive-by or anything like that. Or, the sounds of guns, I'm running like a bitch. Like,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Fuck
like
that.
But
Yeah.
don't fucking think that you can live your whole life in where you lived, right? With your mommy and daddy together, and everybody loved each other, and there was no struggles, and your mom's a teacher, and your dad's a lawyer, and then yo me.
Yeah. I know.
I'm not putting up with it, bro. I'm
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, no. I'm kind of the same way. I don't like telling a lot of people about like all the training that I did before, and because I don't want to sound like one of those tough guys, be like bragging all that shit. Oh, I can kick your ass. I can kick your ass. Because you know what? When it comes down to it, I'm sure there's lots of people around that can kick my ass.
Dude, I've had my ass kicked 100 times, bro.
And I'm not. I haven't forgotten I haven't forgotten that, or I don't think that I'm the toughest guy around or
Dude,
anything.
The stupidest fight I ever put myself into, completely my fault, and I almost got knocked the fuck right out, man. And it's completely my fault, and I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. I was bouncing one night, and it was Hell Night. Mm-hmm. I was working at Lava Lounge. It was in downtown Whippy. Yep. And you know how Whippy is famous for those fucking stupid street festivals. They'll close the street down for the fucking weekend. I don't know if they do it so much now, but they used to do it all the time back in the day.
Yep.
And they have like Mardi Gras night and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's one of those nights, right? And it's just fucking hell. And it's fight after fight after fight after fight after fight. We finally finished the night. I just go to the coffee shop, and I meet my buddy Peter. Big Pete.
Yeah.
Well, his cousin. And he was at another club in Whippy, and he was like, "Oh, so how was your night?" And I was like, "Fucking hell, I don't want to, just, you know what I mean? Just keep quiet. Just let me, what's the word? When you're like after when you want to just calm down, but it's called
a wind down or something.
Almost like a wind down, or just like digress or whatever. Anyways, I'm sure fucking Jay's gonna listen to this and yelling at the radio, like he always does. But decompress. Never mind. Fuck you, Jay.
Decompress. Yeah.
Fuck you, Jay. You fucking cocksucker. I fucking hate your guts, and I wish you would die. No, I'm kidding. I don't accept the die part.
There it is.
I had to put that out of the blue.
Yep.
But so there's two more drunks coming up the street. Mm-hmm. I'm at Kendallwood here, and they're just yelling and just being obnoxious and dude, this is like, I have that chain now.
Yeah.
Now you gotta picture the way I was when I first moved out here. I was one of those bandana, baseball cap, grills.
Yeah.
4 or 5 of those chains.
Right.
Right? And I was pretty yo all the time.
Right.
And I was just fed up with the night, and I heard them yelling. I'm like, shut the fuck up. And the guy turned around and he's like, well, you got a fucking problem? And I'm like, yeah, you're loud, shut the fuck up. And they're across the parking lot, minding their own business on the sidewalk. And he goes, well, why don't I come over there and you shut it up for me? And I'm like, really?
Yeah.
So I literally take my fucking necklaces off. I hand them over to Pete. I take it off my earrings. And I'm like, let's go. Let's do this. So he comes and we start pushing. And I fucking hit him. And he hits me. And we're just, hitting each other. Fucking, doing whatever. Well, his left hand. Was it right hand? Left hand or right? It doesn't matter. I thought it was bandaged.
Yeah.
Didn't know it was a cast.
Uh-huh.
And all of a sudden, we're close together and we're hitting each other. And all of a sudden, he, out of nowhere, with his cast, fucking just bang on top of my fucking head.
Uh-huh.
Gives me the fucking Punjabi chop.
Okay. Is that what it's called?
Well, it was a wrestling.
Punjabi chop.
The great Khali, that he used to do that fucking hand chop on his head. That's what they used to call it.
It reminds you of the Silence of the Lambs. So you ever seen the movie Silence of the Lambs? Yeah. Hey, can you help me load this couch up into my van? I need some help with this couch. And then he hits the girl with the cast.
Yeah. And dude, I saw the stars, bro.
Got a couch I need help with.
And I
put the fucking lotion on.
My fucking knees buckled. No. I'm just saying, my fucking knees buckled.
Yeah.
And it was I held on to him, and then Pete had to break it up.
Yeah.
And I fully admit that I got my ass kicked, bro.
Yeah.
I won't be doing that very often if I see a guy with a cast.
It happens.
Yeah, and the last time I'm getting the Punjabi chop on my head.
Oh, yeah.
Unless it's the great Khali for real, so he can, who can say that they got chopped by a wrestler for real?
One of the secrets of fighting is don't be drunk. If you are drunk and you get in a fight against somebody that's not drunk, your odds of winning go down significantly.
Oh, of course.
So when you think you can kick some guy's ass, you're drunk, you've been drinking out of the bar, don't even bother.
Oh, well, this guy was drunk, and he got me good.
You got it?
Oh, I don't know if it was a lucky shot. Can't say for real. But this guy got me. He got me good. I was seeing stars, like fucking cartoon stars. Just, ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Part of it is because maybe even too, like, I didn't even take out my grills. So the metal hitting my teeth.
Could
and,
be,
like,
could be.
Like the whole, like that, everything was just, it just was meant for me to get my ass kicked and be like, it was like a way of God saying, you know, shut the fuck up, you idiot. You're gonna get your ass killed.
You have to learn humility.
Oh yeah, dude, I was full of piss and vinegar, and I didn't give a fuck about anything. You come from where I come from, and then you move to Whippy, and then they're like, I gotta prove myself as a fucking, because they're already looking at you like a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Like, what happened was I was hanging out over there at the coffee shop. Because it was a coffee time, and you could smoke in there. That was the first thing.
Right, yeah.
And coffee times are usually known to be hung out with by,
God.
Italians and Portuguese people.
Okay.
At least in the West End, there was, like, Woodbridge area and stuff like that.
Right.
So I knew that, like, okay, well, if I'm going to hang out anywhere, it's going to be at a coffee time because people like me hang out there. Except that they weren't like me because I was wearing a bandana, had grills, and fucking all that other stuff. And they fucking, you know, I had to prove myself as a fucking, like, a real deal because, like, they're looking at me like I'm fucking a wigger.
Yeah, a big poser, right?
Yeah. And it was just like, I don't know what you're talking about. This isn't like, this is not an act. This is the way I am.
Yeah.
It was funny though, when, like, the first day they saw me, when I like showed up at the coffee shop and I wasn't wearing my bandana or my grills or anything, they're just like, they're all like rubbing their eyes like, what the fuck? You actually look like a human being?
Yeah.
Even my dad was like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yep.
Oh, fuck.
It's
People
funny.
have asked me to, like, because I can't find my grills anywhere. People have asked me, like, yeah, like, dude, I had them really done, like, proper. Like, I had the molds done and stuff, and
Yeah.
People have asked, like, dude, like, for one night, why don't you just wear what you used to wear completely? And I'm like, no, I think that Dominic's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one chain is hard enough sometimes to wear fucking so heavy. I don't think I could wear 4 or 5 of them and weight down like a fucking anchor.
Yeah.
Which, I always get those fucking stares with that fucking chain now.
Yeah, I know. It's huge. Fuck.
Either this guy's gonna rob me or he's gonna preach to me.
Yeah, really, eh?
Either way, they're running the other way.
Jesus.
But like I said, it suits me. It suits my body type.
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
So I'm like, fuck it, I don't care. I mean, who's to say what's in style and what's not in style?
Yeah, I mean, if it's, yeah, I mean, if it's a certain style.
No, I was gonna say hit the lights. I didn't want to interrupt what you were saying.
Oh.
Sorry.
No, yeah, if it's your style, then it'll go with it. I've always read and been told they don't mix styles if you're a guy. Like you mean you can dress, I guess, typically well in, like, you know, collared button-up shirts and whatever you want, but, you know, if you're gonna dress a certain way, don't mix it with another style.
No, exactly. And I always...
So if you're going to, like, wear that chain and everything else, but then wear khakis, you know, or dress shoes, it just doesn't make any sense.
Well, no, but khakis are a part of the style, though.
No, they're not.
Yeah, I'm a West Coast hip-hop fan.
Oh, Jesus.
Khakis are all part of the style.
All right. Well, how about tuxedo shoes then?
No, yeah, if I'm not going to wear wingtips and fucking wear my chain.
So, yeah, anyway, don't mix styles.
But khakis all my pants are khakis. I don't wear jeans.
Yeah.
And they're starched enough that they stand up by themselves.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm all like, I'm such a huge West Coast fan that I follow that fucking shit to a T.
Yeah, don't mix styles, kids. I think the one typical example is guys that dress in suits and then carry backpacks. Apparently, that's two styles being mixed.
That's a faux pas?
Yes. That's two styles being mixed. If you're a guy wearing a suit, you should be carrying a attaché case.
Oh, an attaché.
That's right. That's what they're called.
Those are two words I didn't think would ever be said on my fucking podcast.
Attaché case?
Attaché and faux pas.
Faux pas, yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, we're digging into some French today, and yeah. Yeah.
Oh, fuck, the censors are probably like, what the fuck?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm steering it towards other things now.
Well, speaking of steering, I wanted to get your opinion.
Oh, okay.
Now, did you listen to like the Savages podcast, our podcast?
I still haven't listened to it. No,
Okay.
I haven't listened to the latest one.
So I'm gonna get your view on this cold. Space Army, yes or no?
The Space Force?
Yeah, the Space Force, the Space Army.
See, look,
Who the
okay,
fuck is he
so-
trying to fight?
Donald Trump, of course, he comes up with the Space Force. Here's the thing. I have no clue what he's thinking. I can't even guess what he's thinking right now.
Okay,
When he says Space Force, I mean, he could mean a bunch of different things. Who knows what he means?
Okay, now I've already said this on the show before. My view on this, what I'm picturing is Team America
Okay.
dressed up like stormtroopers with Donald Trump and Pence
Okay.
as Big Helmet and Colonel Sanders.
Right. Okay. Spaceballs. Okay. Spaceballs reference, yeah.
That's exactly how I see it. So, like, a bunch of idiots from Team America dressed up like stormtroopers with those two fucking guys leading the way.
Right.
Do you think that'd be close? And are they going to have bullets or lasers?
Like Moonraker?
Well, I'm just saying, like...
Where they're all like, they got jetpacks and lasers and they're all like...
Well, no, like stormtroopers. Like, you know, like when they start shooting, they're like, pew, 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 pew.
Yeah.
Like, and is it going to sound like that?
I don't know. See, I don't know what he means by Space Force. Everybody thought...
Well, he defunded NASA.
Did he?
Okay, last week's little fucking speech, and see, this is the reason why I love Donald Trump, because he's just giving us material for the last year. Like, thank you, Lord
of
Jesus,
course.
for him. But, like, in one fucking press conference, he went from families being ripped apart at the border, the Space Army, and then defunding NASA.
Okay.
So I'm like, you're gonna start a space war without figuring out what the fuck is out there.
See, everybody thought that one president was crazy when he came up with Star Wars. He
Reagan?
With the Star Wars program. Yeah, it was Reagan.
Yeah, Reagan started Star Wars.
He was
program.
we're going to do the Star Wars program. Everybody's like, come on, you're crazy, right? But if
Yeah, but
Donald Trump means kind of like the same thing, like he wants to restart the Star Wars program, it kind of makes sense. I mean...
Yeah, but the Star Wars program was just named after because he liked the movie.
Well,
it wasn't meant to be a war. I think he just funded NASA
no,
more.
it wasn't meant to be a war, but the plan was to have like... it was have like weapons platforms orbiting the Earth so that you can launch directly from the weapons platform in space down to somewhere on Earth instead of like an ICBM or something like that, which you launch, it goes into
So instead of
into orbit and then it comes back down.
so like instead of like launching a Patriot missile, like when they had the Scuds and the Patriot missiles and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Launching a Patriot missile from fucking
well, not
sun.
so much because you're trying to get it on the way down, but they had an idea that would like, and they could do it, which would be like, say, a weapons platform that could launch a bomb from space, or that could send out a laser that would detonate a missile that had been launched from somewhere. And so, if you have that platform in space that has the laser that can detonate missiles, which does exist, you don't have to mount it to something on Earth. In which case, it would have to be close to wherever you're gonna whatever you're going to shoot it at, it's going to be close to that. But if it's in space, really it only has to be in the same hemisphere. So I mean, you can get away with 2 or 3 platforms of the same type,
And if
you could cover all of Earth, right? That's what their plan was. And I mean, it's doable, I guess. I mean, I don't know.
I'm almost certain that this guy thinks that there's a war going to happen with aliens. Like the Transformers are going to come in, from
You know what worries
Cybertron.
me? You know what worries me? As ridiculous as Donald Trump. Excuse me. As ridiculous as his policies have been, he seems to have been right on pretty much everything. And it's like everybody laughs at him for doing something, and then it turns out that policy has somehow come to his advantage somehow. Like, it's really weird. Like, everybody thinks he's just doing stuff willy-nilly and he's not even thinking. And then other people think he's doing it. He knows exactly what he's doing. He's 4 steps ahead of everybody. And I'm like, I don't know what to believe.
I don't know what to believe anymore either.
Because he seems like he's doing all the right things, but most of the time he's doing it for the wrong reason, but it works out for him somehow.
I not trying to be a little serious here, but my thing is I don't know what to believe anymore, because you listen to CNN and it doesn't matter what the fucking guy does.
Yeah, it's terrible. Yeah,
he's a piece of shit.
Yeah,
and then you listen to Fox.
Yeah,
and it doesn't matter what the fucking guy does. He's a fucking genius.
Yeah, that's true.
And because I remember someone posted something on Facebook a couple of weeks ago where it was Fox when Obama was in power.
Yeah.
And he wanted to meet with Kim Jong-un or whatever the fucking little Korean guy his name is.
Yeah, yeah.
And they show clips of how dare he, and he's a fucking communist. They hated it.
Yeah.
And then as soon as fucking Donald Trump said he's going to go meet with them, they're like, oh, he's a fucking patriot and he's going to fucking save the world and they give him a Nobel Peace Prize. And I'm like, I don't know what to fucking believe with these people anymore.
Yeah, well...
I almost wish that Harambe was alive so they would have made him president.
Well, see, and that's the messed up thing where you go, is he a genius or is he an idiot? Because he started trash-talking Kim Jong-un, and Kim Jong-un's like, oh, I'm going to nuke you, and He was just like, oh, you're going to nuke us? Yeah, well, I got more nukes, and they're more powerful. And, watch your back, calling them names. And all of a sudden, they're going to meet and
they're buddies.
Talk about it. And I'm like, how the fuck did that happen?
Yeah. Well, I mean, apparently
that's what I'm saying. I'm like, does he just do this shit and, hope for the best? And it's just dumb luck that everything's worked out? Or does he know what he's doing?
Well, I see some statistics. I even hate to admit it, unemployment's down, the stock market's never been better.
Oh yeah.
Hispanic and African American jobs, women jobs are all gone up.
Yep.
He might win another 4 years.
Yeah, he probably will.
Which I'm kind of hoping for, not because it'll get under Will's skin.
Yeah. Yeah. Probably.
Anything to get under Will's skin,
Yep.
I'm completely down for.
Uh-huh.
But the material will be great.
For sure.
I mean, there's always a potential for World War III, but
yeah. Who do you think would be? Who do you think, if there was a World War III, who do you think it would be between? What would the sides look like?
I think a lot of the Arab nations and Russia.
Yeah.
Against the rest.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I hate to say this, but the people that are going to lose the most are the refugees and the asylum seekers, and because they're trying to escape that and try to live a good life.
Yeah.
And once World War III starts, in the same places they left, become part of the other side, I guess the bad side. I don't know if it's the good side, the bad side, whatever side, right? Because the history is written by the winners.
Sure.
I think that those people are going to be the ones that lose out the most, because then they're going to be one of the ones that are put in the concentration camps and
all
that other shitty stuff that happens when war happens. The losers are going to be the asylum seekers and the refugees.
Probably, yeah.
Out of all this,
Yeah, like if you're in a country that's like the center of a war, you know what I mean? Yeah, you're.
Well, I mean,
you're
any of those
trouble.
NATO countries. So I mean, except with the exception of Canada,
Yeah,
I can see for sure Italy rounding up all of everybody and saying, you know what, we're going to put you in this fucking cage. As bad as me being Italian saying that.
you mean who would they round up though?
Okay, right now in Syria, a lot of Syrians are coming through to Europe, right?
Yeah,
So would I see Syria being on the side of like against the States and NATO? Yes.
yeah, maybe.
So the first thing that the NATO nations would do, especially the ones from Europe, including Italy and Germany and all that stuff, I would see rounding up Syrians,
Yeah,
innocent or not,
yeah,
and putting them in camps, not concentration camps per se,
yeah,
but rounding them up in like detention camps and saying, well, you're not getting out of here until we figure out what the fuck is going on.
yeah.
Or sending you back to Syria. God,
See, I used to think.
and I don't agree with it. Don't get me wrong. But
Yeah.
you asked me who I think is going to be the losers. I don't think it would be a particular country.
Well, I didn't like not winners or losers, but who would be on the side each side? Yeah,
But like, I think it'll be a lot of the Arab nations, Iran, Syria,
right. Yeah,
or Muslim countries, whatever, and Russia. For some reason, I don't think.
you think Russia would side with the Arab countries?
I think Russia would just side with anything against the states.
Yeah, it's possible. Yeah,
They just, although they act like friends and their acquaintances is like hey, how's it going?
yeah,
It's more like, hey, how's it going? Don't fuck with me. I won't fuck with you.
yeah,
Because it seemed like as soon as, like, for instance, when Donald Trump bombed Syria after those kids were killed,
mm-hmm.
it was Russia that was like, you do that again and we're bombing you.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
But then again, the thing is, you might be right with that, but Russia does not want to get into a war with the States. Perhaps if they had better allies, then they would do it. Like maybe if China was like, yeah, we'll back you up. Something like that.
See, China has too much to lose economically not to side with the States.
Yeah, like I suppose.
They're the ones that, well, dude, let's be honest about this. Like, I mean, even with the sanctions, China is what basically is keeping the States afloat.
Yeah.
Now we're boring people with, like, fucking economics and shit, but...
Well, if you want to see, like, if you want to equate it to in the Bible, let's say, it says that the final war would be Russia, China, and a lot of the Middle Eastern countries, and then the other side would be like the Allies, the good guys, I could say. The good guys would be like the U.S., UK, Germany, Canada, Japan, Australia, those types of countries, and the big countries on the other side would China, Russia, and then the Arab countries, right? Israel would be part of it too.
Yeah, but there's obviously with the States.
Yeah, and I don't know. It's but then again, it says the Allies end up winning the final battle anyway. The problem with, and I was talking with Emily about this, and she's like, because North Korea years ago was like turning up the rhetoric, saying like they have a 1 million man army, and they have a huge navy, and they're gonna wipe these people off the map and all this shit. And Emily's like, do they really have a huge army like that? And I was like, technically yes, but when it says like they have the second largest navy in the entire world, and you're like, how the fuck's that even possible? You know what I mean? And she goes, how is that even possible? They have the second largest navy, and I was like, here's what happens: take a 50 caliber machine gun, mount it to a fishing boat, you now have a warship. And she's like, is that all it is? I'm like, that's all it is. I said, yeah, you got a 1 million man army. Half of them have guns that don't work. So, okay, great. That's what you're.
I think
That's what North Korean army looks like.
Yeah, but I think that rhetoric comes from like their news feed because I've
Yeah,
seen,
of course it did. They're just talking shit.
because I've seen like, well, obviously I watched a lot of Vice.
Yeah,
Not so much now, but when it was good.
yeah,
And they did a thing about North Korea and the stuff that like they've been told and what they believe, and they believe like the iPhone was invented by Kim Jong and
Oh God,
that he's the greatest athlete and like
Kim Jong Il, tall tales.
yeah, like
Oh,
yeah,
there's tons of them.
yeah, like how he had like 4 holes in one at the Masters and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
he shot a 45 under par
Yeah,
on a golf course
at Augusta, Georgia.
He got 7 holes in one,
Yeah,
and it was the first time he ever played golf.
and he doesn't shit.
He doesn't use the bathroom.
Yeah,
He decided after that golf game he would retire because it held no more interest for him.
no, and he gave the blessing to Tiger Woods to become the best. Like,
What? Oh yeah, Kim Jong Il, tall tales. Yeah,
yeah, and then like
He
even though
was born under a rare double rainbow.
he was the pot of gold at the end of that red double rainbow.
Yeah, it automatically turned from winter to spring when he was born. Like, oh man, this guy's magic.
There was that, and there was like a bunch of other stuff. Like, if I'm not mistaken, like they think that Dennis Rodman is the greatest basketball player ever to live.
Well, yeah.
They don't know Michael Jordan. They don't know. They don't. They just say like, "Oh, this is the greatest basketball player in the world."
Sure, because he comes there.
Yeah, he's the only one that goes there. Their
Yeah.
buddies. So like, they believe that he's like the greatest basketball player. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's the greatest rebounder.
Sure.
But I mean, that's about it. I mean, he
Yeah.
fucked Carmen Electra.
Yeah.
Probably had the greatest fucking excuse for cheating on her. Did you ever hear about that?
Nah.
He fucking admitted it on Howard Stern. He was like, yeah, just got married in Vegas.
Yeah.
And 2 days later, she catches him in bed with 2 fucking broads.
All right.
And she's like, what are they doing here? And this is his, like, out of his mouth.
Yeah.
She freaks out and goes, what the fuck are these bitches doing here? And he goes, I don't know, they fell through the roof.
Nice.
Yeah, they just fell into the bed from the
Nice.
roof. Like, yeah.
They fell right on my penis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Gee,
like,
yeah.
so they believe that he's the greatest basketball player. Like,
Did you hear about the North Korean version of basketball?
no, I don't. I've never heard about that.
Yeah, they have a special version of basketball with special North Korean rules. Yeah.
Really? Like what?
A 3-pointer is worth 5 points.
Okay.
Slam dunk is worth 3 points
Okay.
instead of 2. If you shoot and miss, you get deducted 1 point.
Okay.
I think there's a couple other ones, but it was kind of funny at first. Then I'm like, that sounds pretty interesting. I might want to see that.
No, exactly. And a regular shot is like 1 point.
No, regular shot from in the arc is 2.
Oh, okay. So even if you slam dunk, it's 2 points.
Slam dunk is 3 points.
Oh, 3 points. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I get it now. Okay.
Yeah.
And
Slam
if you miss
dunk,
it, it's 1
deduct
deduction.
1. Yeah, it's -1.
What happens if you miss from outside the arc?
If you miss from outside the arc, it's still -1.
Oh, okay.
But if you do it, it's 5 points.
That could be a little bit more interesting.
Yeah, I thought so too.
It's not that bad, actually.
You get minus points.
The games wouldn't be hitting 100 anymore. I mean, do they have
Yeah.
anybody that can dunk?
Probably not.
Well, I mean, Kim Jong-un won like 10 dunk contests.
Did he really? Yeah.
Already.
They're pretty short.
Yeah, are the short the net's like down to like 5 feet?
Yeah, I think their average height just continues to go down.
No, but I'm saying like, is there basketball now like 5 feet instead of the 8 foot?
Oh, I see. Will it change the height of the basket? I don't know.
Maybe, you never know.
Could be. They'd have to because there's no way you can. I don't know. Maybe
I mean,
they're
how many
getting-
spud webs can you get in
Yeah, right.
North Korea?
If they're finding tall guys, they're getting them from China. Because North Koreans are, they are short. They're even shorter.
They don't look short on the videos.
They're even shorter than their South Korean counterparts,
Really?
which is kind of strange to think about it because they're both the same.
Well, I think that diet has something to do with it.
Well, diet has everything to do with it. They're malnourished, right?
yeah.
And if you've been malnourished for several generations, then, your kids aren't going to be tall. Your kids aren't gonna be taller than you or anything.
And isn't it like they're only allowed 5 haircuts?
Yeah, there's approved haircuts.
Yeah, 5 approved haircuts, and then like apparently like when the guy died there, his dad, if you were found not crying enough,
That's what I heard is that you have to show the appropriate level of remorse or you're like arrested and taken away or something. Yeah.
yeah. Like, what do they have, like a remorse meter? Like
I don't know. I guess you just go nuts. Hopefully you don't get arrested.
Oh my god! God damn.
And
it.
it's funny because if you watch videos of them mourning his death, they're going nuts. They're crazy. I'm like, you never even met this guy. You don't even know who he is. Oh, they're like waving their hands in the air and oh my god.
Well, I mean,
It's
it must
going
be like
nuts.
the same idea. Like if Jesus Christ died in front of us, we'd be like, "What the fuck?"
I guess, but they have to.
I mean, I've never met the guy, so I.
They have to do it. They're all prisoners.
Oh fuck! I don't know.
They're all prisoners. Every citizen in there.
Jeez, I don't know.
Yeah, man.
And I didn't see a woman I liked either one of those video footages either. Not one I would fuck.
Uh-huh.
I don't think I'd fuck anybody in North Korea. Oh,
I would.
according to Dennis Rodman,
Why not, man?
Kim Jong-un's sister
Yeah.
is ridiculously hot.
Yeah, she is a good-looking woman, yeah.
You've seen a photo of her?
I have. Seen a video. She's very good-looking.
Really?
Yeah.
I need to check this out now.
Yep. I don't know her name.
I'll just put Kim Jong-un's sister.
Yeah, she's good-looking, yeah.
Let me see. Kim Jong-un. He has a wife, too?
Yeah.
Sister. Let me see. Kim Jong-un's sister here. Kim Young-jung.
Yep.
And Kim Sol-sung. What the fuck? Why is everybody named Kim?
That's the family name.
Oh, is it their last name
It's
first?
like a last name, yeah.
Oh.
Kim Il-sung.
She's not ridiculously fucking...
Kim Jong-il.
She's not that... Like, she's not fucking...
She's not drop-dead gorgeous, but yeah, she's an attractive woman.
I mean, she looks like she might like to suck dick. I don't know.
Uh-huh. I don't know how you can tell that, but okay.
You can tell on someone's face.
I don't think you can.
Oh, yeah, you can. Trust me, ask my mom. I proved it.
I don't
We go
think
people
so.
watching all the time, me and my mom.
Yeah.
And, like, we go to the lake and just people walking by and you just see that woman with that resting bitch face.
Uh-huh.
And right away, you can just hear her voice like, "Get that out of my face. I am not putting that in my mouth."
Oh, my God. I don't think so.
Dude, I'm telling you. You can see it, bro. Like, there's people like that.
Yeah, there's...
Colin, you must have met a couple of girls where, like, you were trying to put your dick in their mouth and they're like, no thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, and how fast did you hit the door out? Pretty damn fast.
Yeah, I don't think I saw them again. My ex didn't like doing it, though.
She didn't?
She did not like doing it.
Oh, I can't deal with that.
She would complain every time.
Cannot deal with it. You're sucking dick. If I'm eating you out, you're sucking my
I
dick.
can't. I get lockjaw. I'm opening my mouth too wide and like, ugh.
Lockjaw?
Yeah.
Holy.
I don't know. It's not like complaining. I hate complaining. I'm like, embrace it.
Embrace
the filthiness.
embrace the cock.
I was like, embrace the filthiness of it all. It's great.
My mom asks me all the time.
It's the only time you get to be filthy. You can't like walk out on the street and be like, I suck cock and I do this. Like, just embrace it. You get to do it in the person you like, and why not? Get in there. Lick some balls while you're there. I don't know.
Jesus Christ.
Well, nobody's gonna know, and you know, only the other person that's there.
No, fuck that. I'll tell everybody.
Well, yeah, I guess you can tell everybody.
Hold on. Yeah, she sucked my dick.
I guess if you tell everybody, sure, yeah. Now that I've told everybody too. But yeah, like, stop with the complaining.
Stop with the complaining. Jesus.
Oh, I don't like it when when I get the semen on my skin. It doesn't feel good. It feels too gross.
Yeah, it's millions of tadpoles climbing all over you.
That's
looking
my
for
ex.
an egg.
That's my ex, by the way. The one before Emily, which Emily hates too.
Oh,
Which is fine now.
oh.
I won't use her name, but yeah. It's gross. Semen on my skin feels gross. Don't get it on my skin.
Just
Like,
you should have told her it was like a natural moisturizer.
jeez.
Listen, baby, it's a natural moisturizer.
I'm like, you kidding me? Come on, man. Like, good Lord. It feels gross. Ugh.
The only thing that's gross to me is that if I, like, listen, I love eating pussy,
Mm-hmm.
and there's nothing better to it. I mean, I don't care what anybody says, whatever.
Yep.
But like when I start making my way down, if I get to the stomach part and I can smell it,
Oh, okay. Well,
I ain't
there
going
you
down.
go. There you go.
I get to about the belly button. If I can smell you from the belly button,
Uh-huh.
I'm not diving in.
Yeah.
That and there's no hair.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, it's I might settle for a landing strip,
Sure.
but that's about it.
Yeah.
But anything after that, I'm not going down there with a machete. I don't
For
give
sure.
a fuck.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, so that's my ex.
Your ex. We've covered your ex, Kim
Jesus.
Jong-un fights, French words. I told Jay to go fuck himself, you slimy motherfucker.
Yep.
So,
Right, no, that's you're all right with saying that.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's a fucking cocksucker. Every fucking
Let it
podcast.
out, man. Let it out.
I don't understand it. Every podcast, again,
Uh-huh.
you get, the sun was the direct heat of the atmosphere. By the way, Dominic licks nuts and eats ass out. Hashtag fuck Dom. I'm like, what the fuck? How does this work? How do we go from the sun's temperature to me eating ass?
And by the way, Dominic licks balls. Yeah, so
It's just like this ongoing fucking thing that I just like.
well, he likes doing it now.
Oh yeah, dude. Like I enjoy it. I wait. I like as soon as I see, and it seems like the more ridiculous the topic you're about to talk about
Yeah.
is like I know, man. Okay, this is where it's gonna happen.
Uh-huh.
If it's a serious topic, you guys are like, okay, you stay with stick to the serious topic. The moment something ridiculous gets talked about, I'm like, this is it. This is where, like, stupid license plates. I've seen one. You know which one I should have? Hashtag fuck Dom.
Uh-huh.
Like, I'm like, oh, see the license plates.
He worked it in.
Yeah, like you couldn't work it in if World War III was about to happen, but if it was a stupid fucking license plate, Jay will work it in.
Oh, man. It's so true. Oh, man.
And fucking Jay's in Nova Scotia.
Yeah.
I was like, he posted a fucking photo of Tim Hortons at like by the lake,
Yeah.
which is beautiful. I'm not gonna lie,
Yeah.
but like right away, I'm like, oh, the electricity over there.
Uh-huh.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised they don't have like some guy like with like in the back, like just fucking shooting coal in the back, burning coal. for
Yeah,
electricity.
Nova Scotia. Yeah, it's. I'm sure the landscape is nice, but
The landscape.
if you're from a big city or something and you want to be able to do stuff.
Well, dude, I couldn't even fucking like live in Bowmanville.
Yeah.
Bowmanville was a fucking chore to me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. If it wasn't for the street, I wouldn't want to fucking live there in my life. There's that one street that I want to live on. That's about it.
Yeah.
There's nothing in Bowmanville I want. It looks like it looks like a dump. It doesn't make sense. The city doesn't make sense.
Okay.
Then you got the little downtown area,
Yep.
and then all of a sudden, like fucking Walmart and this whole entertainment sections in the outside of the downtown area.
Right. Yeah.
So you gotta go through traffic there, then go through traffic in the fucking downtown. Make up your fucking minds.
Yeah.
Like at least like in Toronto or fucking Whitby or Oshawa, everything's in downtown.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Bowmanville's good.
And they have one Tim Hortons
Yeah.
in a fucking city. I used to go to Curtis, get a Tim Hortons coffee, and drive back, and still make more time.
Yeah. Oh wait, no, they got 2 Tim Hortons, don't they? Oh no, that's Curtis.
Yeah,
that's Curtis.
There's a mini Tim Hortons in the Walmart, so if Walmart's not open,
Yeah.
you can't get in there.
Yeah.
And even then, they look at you like, well, you want a what?
Bowmanville, I don't really have a lot of reason to go there, but I like it for the lead up to like downtown. I think it's like Bowmanville Curtis border. There's a lot of like farmers markets and vegetable stands
Not anymore, man.
in the summer. That's what I liked it for.
Yeah, not anymore, bro.
No?
They got the 407 being built there. It looks all fucking.
Oh yeah, 4-7.
Yeah.
Shit.
You're not going to see anything until Watson's Farm,
Right.
and that's about it. Everything's gone. It's fucking garbage now.
Yeah.
The only thing is that maybe you might be able to speed on the fucking highway there in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Get a little bit because the cops between the stations. There's no cops there.
Oh yeah, I know. I didn't think about that.
Other than that, well,
Yeah.
we've been at an hour 40.
It's all right, eh?
Yeah, so I mean we can keep going. I don't care.
Well, I don't know. Depends.
I mean, unless you pick up.
I got nowhere to go.
Oh, is she being driven home?
No, I'm not. I don't have to get her till like 8:30 or something.
Oh, well,
Which
shit.
is we got at least a half an hour.
Another half hour.
Maybe later than that. Who knows? She hasn't called me. She hasn't messaged me yet. So I don't know.
I mean, I can upload this now, and then if you want, we can go downstairs and try to watch Kai and Tai or Cobra Kai.
No, I'll watch that. I'll watch that later. It's not a big deal. But see, this is the thing. I need. If you got another topic or something like that, I have no clue. Like Jay always says, "Oh, tell me or people always say, like Emily does all the time. She's like, "Tell me a funny story about something." And I was like, "I don't know. I don't know anything."
Dude,
But she goes, "You got funny stories about everything or interesting stories," and I'm like, I need to get reminded of them first.
Yeah, you can't. No, that's the whole
I
thing.
can't just go, "Have I told you this story yet?" And I'm like, and I do it to her all the time where she'll like mention something. I'm like, "Oh yeah, that reminds me of this," and she's like, "I've never heard this story before. I've been with you 10 years and never heard this."
Yeah, I know.
And I was like,
dude.
"Cuz I never got reminded of it until now."
No, dude, the whole podcast, dude. Everybody's like, I've had people come in like, "Oh, how do you prepare for your fucking show?" And I'm just like, we get in here, we turn the mics on, make sure we can hear each other on the earphones,
Yeah.
and we hit play, and whatever happens, fucking happens.
Yeah, the Ultimate Gravity Show, I try to get like, current news or something interesting, because I hope that, in the hopes that it'll spark something like a story. I hope it's funny and we can riff off it, but I also hope that it sparks some kind of story that I can tell, because I've forgotten so many things that I've done.
Oh, so have I.
I need to get reminded of, like, oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
So have I. With all the concussions I've had, my fucking brain's mush sometimes.
Yeah.
No, I mean, you've seen the way I act sometimes. I mean, there's no other excuse.
Yeah.
My brain is mush. Some of the things I've done are just. As soon as I see people shaking their head, I'm just like, oh, well, sorry, dude.
Like, I told Emily a story the other day, and you know what? For some odd reason, I can't even remember what the story was.
Yeah, see,
and she's like, I've never heard that before. She goes, that's hilarious. And you know what? Right now, I can't even think about what it was that I told her. I've totally forgotten it again. So I have no clue. I don't know.
Well, no, it happens all the time, dude. Whatever. I mean,
I've done a lot of stupid shit, a lot of funny stuff, but yeah.
So
it's all about experience.
The 1 year anniversary for us is coming up. 2 weeks.
Yeah, man.
Next week is 51. This week's episode, 51.
You gotta do something.
Well, we're going away for that night.
Are we? Yeah, right.
We're going away. We're going away to Coburg or whatever for the night.
Coburg. We'll do something. We'll have to do something then while we're there.
Yeah, I mean, I think. I don't want to say it on the air, but I might do something nice for the guys.
Yeah.
I mean, they've done fucking 52 weeks. Will's our love child, apparently.
Yeah.
He didn't show up until 9 months later.
Yes. No, yeah, we're gonna have to do something because your and our show, our anniversaries or whatever you want to say, call them, are almost the same time. Like I think ours is in August.
Yeah, our exact year is 2 weeks.
Yours is in mid-July, and ours is like the start of August. It's like 2 weeks apart.
Yeah.
And that's all. So I was like, hey, man, we might as well do something together.
I think you're like a year and a bit ahead of us.
Yeah, we are, but date-wise,
yeah.
it's almost the same. Sorry, I got to adjust here.
I think what we should do is just get a lot of fucking food, a lot of barbecue, a lot of proteins.
Yeah.
A lot of dead animals.
Yeah.
And just fucking go crazy next week. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, but I think we're going to plan...
And plus it's Cal's birthday this week.
We'll plan some kind of show as well.
Yeah, fuck.
Around it, we'll do something.
I'm sure we can do a fucking round table up there.
Oh, yeah, we'll figure something
While you guys are getting drunk and I'm drinking Sprite.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll finally get Asperger on the show.
I can't get drunk.
You can't get drunk at all?
Well, I can get drunk, but it's not a good idea if I get drunk. I get a limit of like 2 beers a week. That's what basically 2 drinks a week.
2 drinks a week?
Yeah, they don't want me drinking a whole lot.
Well, I guess, yeah. I
haven't been drunk in a long time. And last time I was drunk, which was a month ago in Toronto, it didn't work out very well.
Last time I got drunk was in Italy winning the World Cup, 2006.
Nice. Well, okay.
It'll be 13 years this month.
Good job.
Yeah, 2006. Yeah, 2018. That's 13 years.
Yeah?
Yeah, this month will be 13 years. Can't believe it. Dude, I don't even remember what fucking booze tastes like. And if I smell like the stuff that I used to drink, it makes me sick. That makes sense.
Yeah, I guess so.
Like, someone was drinking Zambuca, and as soon as I smelled it, I was like, boo.
Oh, well, that's like the... Yeah, it doesn't smell great to begin with.
Dude, I used to love it. I love black licorice.
Yeah.
So, like, it didn't bother me at all. And I'd drink a 40 of that in a fucking night, and no problem at all.
Yeah.
That and Silent Sam.
Vodka,
Yeah, the ghetto vodka. Silent Sam was like the fucking Colt 45 of the vodka world.
Well, vodka itself is the preferred alcohol of alcoholics. Every straight up bum alcoholic is always vodka.
That would explain a lot for me.
And I was wondering about that, and somebody told me because vodka, every brand of vodka is usually around the same price. It's pretty cheap because it's not like a single malt Scotch or something like that. Then you're talking it's pretty pricey. Your basic vodka is the same price across the board, really, and it's pretty cheap.
If I stand corrected, I'm sorry, but I remember like Silent Sam was at least half the price of the other vodkas.
Right now, they're all around the same price.
Really, even Silent Sam?
Oh yeah, they're $1 or $2.
Do they even make Silent Sam anymore?
Yep, they do.
Really, eh?
But the other reason alcoholics prefer vodka is that there's no natural taste to it.
No natural taste.
It doesn't have a taste. Like it tastes like alcohol.
Yeah.
But there's no flavor to vodka, really. It tastes like alcohol. If you get other stuff, whiskey, Scotch, obviously, tequila, those things have a certain taste. But vodka doesn't.
And they're all the same, really, across the board.
Yeah. So that's why they alcoholics prefer vodka.
Well, they also prefer fucking... I would like English, please. I'm on the LCBO website.
They prefer fortified wine as well.
Well, they also prefer fucking hand sanitizer, but...
Hand sanitizer.
Well, the
Yeah.
Oshawa hospital's got a big problem with that.
Well, they did, but they switched over to the fast-breaking foam sanitizer.
Oh, is that what they did?
Yeah. So when you hit the dispenser, it comes out as a foam. So you can't really drink it. And people got creative with that, even because they had a problem with that, where people were just taking a ton of it and drinking it. So they switched to the foam, and they found a way around that. They would fill a cup with foam and then drop a penny into it, and then swish the penny around, and the penny would break up all the foam somehow.
Yeah.
And then they would just toss it back. So,
Because I know they were ripping the fucking. I have a friend that works at the hospital or used to work at the hospital,
mhm.
and they tell me that they would walk in and fucking rip the fucking
Rip the dispenser
just
out
right
of
off the
wall.
fucking wall and
Yeah.
just take the bag
Yep,
and walk out with a fucking shitload of fucking alcohol for the night.
yep. You don't want that stuff. It's denatured alcohol. They add shit to it that'll make you sick.
I guess an alcoholic doesn't care, dude.
I guess not.
$26.70 for a 40.
Right.
Silent Sam. They changed the bottle too. It's not what I used to, what I remember it as. Looks a little more high class.
See, vodka it depends. The quality or the price of the vodka depends on how many times it's been filtered. So the higher priced vodkas like Belvedere, let's say, have been filtered a lot.
Yeah.
And the lower quality ones get filtered only a couple times. And that's the only difference with vodkas. They make the alcohol like industrial way, like it's industrial alcohol.
Yeah.
And then they just filter it a whole bunch of times to purify it.
It's gone up $7 since I used to buy alcohol.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to pay $19 for a 40.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Yes, it's instead of being distilled in oak casks, it's distilled in steel tubs to add that flavor.
Really? Shut up. Steel tubs?
It's industrial alcohol. It's big giant tubs, man.
Fucking Russians.
Oh, it's made over here.
No, I know that, but I mean, they're originally from Russia, right?
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
originated from Russia. Yeah. Yeah, alcohol. It just depends on what kind of sugar, where your source of sugar is. Really, you see all these alcohols from different countries.
Yeah.
It's all dependent on where they get the sugar from. Like you'll see some tribe in like Africa. Oh, we make our own alcohol here, and I'm like, okay, where do you get the sugar? Where's the source of the sugar? And then it's like, here's the brewing process. They take bananas. I'm like, there you go. There it is, bananas. Mexicans, they got it from the agave plant. It's the sugar from there. And Russians got it from potatoes, which is a tasteless vegetable.
See, that bottle that I was telling about used to be like a clear bottle, but with a black label. Now they got this little martini bottle thing going. Fucking
Oh, yeah. Martini glass.
try to feminize it a bit.
Yeah. And,
Yeah, the agave one. They advertise that on Howard Stern all the time.
tequila?
Yeah, there's a tequila one that's made from agave.
Well, they're all made from the agave plant, but there's a few different kinds of agave. And what is it? What vodka is it? Or not tequila? What vodka? Tequila. There's a certain tequila. Now the name of it escapes me now. Whatever the most popular one is, but they usually come from the same region.
Did it win like a bunch of titles at the Spirits Award?
Well, I don't know. It's just like most tequila comes from the same region in Mexico, which has a certain type of agave plant. And it's like all tequila comes from there. But recently, they've been using different plants. So there's like another region that has like the blue agave. And they've started to use that. And so now you're getting slightly different tequilas.
Yeah, Avion.
Avion?
Yeah. Avion tequila is tequila Avion. That's the one that it's the commercials on Howard Stern all the time.
Oh, I see.
Apparently, they've won like the Spirits awards for the last like 5 or 6 years for the best tequila.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, mind you, for a person who doesn't drink, I'm quite shocked I know that. But I guess I retained it from fucking Howard Stern.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's all dependent on the sugar, you know. I mean, you can make your own liquor. You can make your own whatever you want just by getting a source of sugar.
We do it over here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every year. My dad makes the wine every year.
Oh, yeah.
And he makes the
brew your own place? Yeah.
No, he does it in the garage.
Oh, he does it in the garage. Okay. I see.
Or downstairs in the you guys call it the cold room. We call it a cantina.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. This is where Ray, before he died, used to raid my dad's fucking sausages.
Oh, really? He makes his own sausages? Really?
My old man, yeah, he makes fucking.
Oh, yeah, he's Italian, right? Yeah.
Yeah, well, we make fucking everything, dude. We used to fucking dread that day, me and my brother.
Yeah, sausage day.
No, not sausage day so much. It was tomatoes and fucking grape day. My dad would go. He'd go to the store. You can go to like, there's a place like Vinbon, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever heard of that place.
Yeah.
Where you could just buy the grapes.
Sure.
So you'd be like, I think 75 cases of dark grapes and 30 cases of the clear grapes. And,
yeah.
Right? So because he can have his red and white wine or whatever. And then fucking, as soon as they would deliver it, he goes, oh, just leave it in the front.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, no, so we can take it in. Like, we don't have to leave it out here. And he's just too cheap. He didn't want to fucking tip the guy. He goes, no, I got 2 jackasses. Let's go.
Oh, yeah.
And we would have to bring it in. So he didn't have to fucking tip the guys. Son of a bitch. And then the fucking tomatoes were the same thing. And then...
Wait, you just make a ton of spaghetti sauce or something?
Yeah, we make a fucking year supply.
Okay.
It used to be a big
It's
fucking... Back in the day when everybody was younger and stuff like that, when they're like with my cousins and stuff, it used to be a big fucking to-do, man. Like...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the whole family on fucking Saturday morning. My dad... I used to hate it because it would make me carry the fucking bushels.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was so jealous of my cousin Bettina, Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Because she was a girl and she didn't have to fucking carry everything. Me and my brother were jackasses and fucking bring that fucking bushel and this bushel and that bushel and fucking... And then I used to hate it because I had to go to Italian school. So first of all, I have to get up on a Saturday fucking morning as I'm watching all my friends play road hockey.
Uh-huh.
They're getting up to play road hockey. I'm going up to go to fucking school on a Saturday.
Nice.
No, not well. I mean, in hindsight, it was nice. The credits helped me a lot in high school.
Right.
But like as a little kid, you're like, fuck me. Like I just want to play some hockey.
Yeah. And
then you get home. Like you pick your up and now we're gonna go home and I'm gonna watch wrestling and then and if my friends are still out after wrestling, then I'll play hockey.
Yeah.
And he would take me to my cousin's house. I'm like, oh no, it's fucking wine day or tomato day, sauce day. And it was just fucking work.
My grandfather on my mother's side, he's Ukrainian, and Ukrainians love to pickle things.
Yeah, well, same thing here.
Ukrainian, there's European, like Eastern Europe and Central Europe. Those they love pickling, and the Ukrainians will pickle everything. Yeah, dude, everything pickled.
My dad's got eggplants pickled downstairs. He's
he made straight up. He would make straight up pickles, like big giant dill pickles. He would also pickle beets and all kinds of junk, but his big dills. I remember going to a pick your own farm because he refused to buy them from a grocery store because it's like ridiculous. He's getting, I don't know, however many cucumbers he's got to buy, right? It's a ton. And he would make giant glass jars at home, and I think he would make. He had the same thing in the cold room or whatever.
Yeah.
And we go down there. He's like, "Oh, take a couple jars of pickles back to your parents. I'm like, okay. And I go down there. You got to be 100 jars of pickles in this cold room. He's like, take 2 jars. I was like, these jars are humongous. They're like a gallon and a half.
It's exactly like my.
And I'm like, where'd you get these fucking jars? It's a gallon and a half jar. Like, what the hell? Stocked right to the top with pickles. And I'm like, you got like 100 jars down here.
My nonna used to be the same way. They used to take us in the container and be like, oh, grab a couple of sausages. And
Yeah.
And they think they're like so proud that you're taking them home, and you're like, what the fuck am I going to do with this? Like, it's like a 10-pound sausage, a gallon and a half of fucking eggplants. Like,
Oh my God. I couldn't believe how many pickles it's insane. But yeah, that's it. That's what he did. Man, tons.
but you know what, though? In the hindsight, how much do you miss it, though?
The dill pickles that he made, yeah, they're pretty good.
No, I just think that whole idea, like,
Of getting free pickles?
no, see, I don't have so much. I used to get pickles all the time because my dad used to work at Big's Pickles.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Really? Yeah.
Yeah, he was the head mechanic there for years.
Oh, nice.
Oh, dude, I lived off pickles for fucking ever. I have a fucking love for mustard pickles.
Oh, yeah. Mustard pickles, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, these days, Emily gets them from a girl that comes into the gas station regularly. She lives just up the street. She's Russian.
Yeah.
And she does the same thing. Her and her mother, everything's pickled. Whatever vegetable it is, doesn't matter. Throw it in there, pickle it. And she'll come in and she'll be like, "Hey guys, how you doing? I got a batch of garlic pickles. You guys want a couple jars of that?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." She goes, "Yeah, I also got some cauliflower, pickled cauliflower.
Oh my god.
And pickled this and pickled
I love pickled
peppers."
cauliflowers. Oh.
And I was like, pickled beets. And I was like, yeah,
See, I'm not a big fan of beets, but yeah,
and I
the
was
other
like,
stuff.
whatever you want to give me, I'll take it.
Next time she comes in and got cauliflower, grab me a couple jars. I'll pay for them.
Man, pickled cauliflower is awesome.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah. So she just everything. And
Right now, every Munja cake is fucking turning this show right off. Fuck this. I'd
Yeah.
rather have craft dinner.
yeah, really. Anybody who doesn't like understand pickling is just like, oh god, pickled cauliflower? What? This is gross.
Give me the craft dinner with the chopped up hot dogs and the ketchup.
But it's the greatest. Yeah, it's the greatest thing ever.
And I can
She
hear it
makes-
simultaneously. Just click, 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 click.
Well, the Russian girl, she makes these garlic pickles, and she goes, I got regular ones and I got garlic, and I'm like, boom, I'll take the garlic.
Oh, of course. You gotta have more garlic.
Absolutely delicious, and she cuts them into spears. They're not just whole things.
Yeah.
Man, they're good.
Well,
I want
next,
some right now.
yeah, next time she comes by, I'll take a couple jars of each.
Yeah.
Extra garlic, pickles, and fucking cauliflower. And if she got eggplants, I'll take a couple of those too.
Never had pickled eggplant.
Dude, it's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I'll eat it with like steak. You just grab a couple strands. Because my dad, what he does is like, he finally slices them, right? And then fucking just pickles them. So you just get little slices of fucking eggplant.
Yeah.
And he puts like these peppers in there
Yeah.
to heat it, just give it a little heat. Oh my god. There's nothing better than like on a summer day, just grabbing like the fucking calabrese bread,
Yep.
the crusty one,
Yeah.
right? Just grabbing one of those, opening it up, and just putting like that in oil, letting the oil sit for a bit inside the dough part of the bread.
Yeah.
Oh my god, so fucking good, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm fucking getting a boner just thinking about it. Actually,
I mean, yeah, you could do, what else? Pickled asparagus. Just everything. You can just do anything, man.
yeah, no, I'm except for eggs, man. I'm not. That's when the Munja cakes start getting their hands in it.
Pickled eggs? You don't like pickled
No,
eggs?
man.
Oh, pickled eggs so good.
So that's more of like a Munja cake thing to me.
It is a North American thing. Yeah, you're right about
Yeah,
that.
I'm like, I don't understand. Or pickled egg. My friend used to eat pickled pig feet.
Oh, yeah. That's a Ukrainian thing.
Is it really? Because it's from the South.
Is it really?
Yeah. The Southerns love pickled pig feet.
My mother made pickled pig's feet, I guess the Ukrainian way or whatever. She made it once. It's a lot of work. And it is kind of gross when you... the process is kind of gross, where you pickle it, and then when it's done, you take them out, and then you cool the brine, so it
Hardens
not
a bit.
solidified,
Yeah,
hardens
hardens a
or
bit.
jellies.
Yeah.
It turns into a jelly, and then when you serve the feet, you take some of the jelly and you put some of the jelly on it,
Yeah.
and that's how you serve it.
Ugh.
She made it once because it was such hard work, and then she had us eat them, and I was like, it's not bad. The brine's like really salty, but yeah, it's not for everybody.
But see, if you grew up with it, though, you would think it's just normal.
It's definitely not for everybody, but being a kid and eating those things.
Is it on the regular?
No, she made those. She made the pig's feet once.
Yeah, see, if she did that, like, every 4 months from the time you were, like, born to, like, 10 or 12, and then all of a sudden stop, by the time you're 18 and she did it again, you'd be like, oh, I want those so fucking bad.
And see, that's the thing. When you have those things as a kid, you grow up and you're like, oh, I really want those. And then it's like, people can't understand why you love it so much. And you're like, and everybody's like, this is disgusting. And you're like, love it.
Yeah.
Like,
And I'm sure I'm the same way with craft dinner. Like, if I lived off craft dinner every day, I'd probably be like the same people that look at me when I look at it in disgust. And they're just like
Emily gets grossed out when I get a craving for pickled herring. And she's like, that is so disgusting. Pickled herring, the fish.
yeah.
I love it. It's one of the greatest things ever. To me, it is.
See, I can't tell you if I like it or not. I've never
But
had
you know
it.
what? I open a jar, and like the smell hits her, and she's like, "Whoa, this is gross." Then she sees me eating it, and she's like, "That is so disgusting." And I'm just like, "I love it. It's the greatest thing ever."
Yeah, to me, I'm indifferent because I'm just like, I've never tried it.
But
so
that was it. That's from a kid. That's from being a
yeah,
kid.
that's exactly. Your parents did it every fucking week for whatever, how many years. And
Yeah. Yeah, see, now it's a pickled herring. Yeah, pickled eggs are good. I like those. Whatever. You do everything.
I don't know, the pickled egg thing, I'm not too...
Yeah, it is a North American deal.
Yeah, there's a lot of North American things I don't understand it. And I don't want to understand it, dude. I'm just like, I don't understand. Like, why powdered cheese? Like, and I know I'm just kicking the shit out of craft dinner. I get it, but, like, there's other things, too. Like, I don't know, like oatmeal and stuff. Like
Oatmeal.
Yeah, like it's
Cream of wheat.
Yeah, it looks like someone just threw up. Like, how could you just eat this?
Yeah.
Like, and I'm sure they probably have oatmeal in Italy or whatever. I mean, maybe it's just me.
Maybe it might be done a different way.
Maybe, and just but I look at it and I'm just like, this is disgusting. I'd rather die.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even like. I look at some of the stuff and I'm like, I wouldn't even feed my dog this. Like Chef Boyardee.
Oh, Chef Boyardee is so good.
Yeah, see, I'm disgusted by it. I'm like, I've had people like open the can, not even heat the fucking pasta up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? And just like eat it out of the fucking can. I'm like,
yep.
What are you, a fucking animal? Like, warm it up. Mind you, I eat hot dogs raw.
Yeah.
Right out of the bag. I mean, they're already cooked.
Well, they are cooked already, yeah. So, not quite raw, but yeah. I see what you're saying.
But that's, I don't know where I got that from, because like that's probably the only munchie cake thing I love is hot dogs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, if I could have hot dogs like at least once a week, I'm good to go.
Yeah. Yeah, hot dogs are good, yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, that's...
especially at 15.
Are they're good there?
If you go over the Jays game, yeah, you get something on the side or whatever. It's pretty good. I'm hoping the Jays game's on late tonight.
There's a new place in the Oshawa Center, new kiosk, not a store. They sell hot dogs wrapped in pretzel.
Really?
So it's not a bun. It's like
a pogo.
Like a pogo almost, like a pig in a blanket sort of deal.
Yeah.
But instead of like breading or something, it's a pretzel. They've wrapped around it, the pretzel dough, and then cooked it.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, it's so good. Really good.
Like, I want to race there and get one right now.
They're pretty darn good. At first, I was like, oh, I can't eat that. And then Emily's like, yeah, I got two of those hot dogs you wanted. I was like, oh, damn it. Now I got to eat it. And I was like, it was so good.
How expensive are they? Maybe the price will deter you.
I don't know how much they were because she bought them. I dropped her off there, and then when she came out, she had them. So I didn't ask her how much.
Because I noticed that new area of the Oshawa Center is overpriced.
Yeah, it is.
It's really overpriced. And I've always said, like, you can put a lipstick on a pig, it's still a pig. Like, the mall was horrible to begin with.
Well, they got a lot of new high-end stores.
Yeah, but it's fucking Oshawa.
I know.
Like, that's the kicker of it. I mean, it's fucking Oshawa. Like, who the fuck is going to shop at those stores aren't going to last.
Well, here's what happened. Well, the thing that happened with Oshawa is that Toronto is too expensive, and so now everybody's moving out this way. So instead of working in Oshawa, they're working in Toronto, and they just live here. So now there's more people with a lot of money to spend, right?
You think that's You think that's what it is? People
Yeah, they're trying to save money on housing because Toronto, the housing cost is out of control.
Well, and there's no daycare either.
No daycare, yeah.
Yeah, apparently I was watching the news. There's a daycare crisis. Not that I care. I don't have any kids.
Well, the housing, the rent, it's all out of control.
Yeah, the Chinese are fucking coming here and buying everything.
Well, even before that, Toronto came out with a bunch of rules when it came to like rental properties and shit, where they came down. They came down hard on landlords, in which they called them all slumlords. Every landlord's a slumlord. That's what they. That's what they did, right, to get people behind it.
The paintbrush shit.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, we're gonna take care of these slumlords, and we're gonna regulate everything. Well, they made all the apartments expensive for people that want to rent them, because there's no law that says the landlord can't transfer those costs onto his tenants.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you're going to up my property tax? That means I got to raise rents. So in the end, the poorest people still lose. And then that's why they're building all condos in Toronto, because condos, those rules don't apply to them.
No, exactly. And that's the other thing.
And condos are super expensive.
And people are getting kicked out of their apartments.
Yeah. Because
there's the cap. The cap doesn't exist anymore. It's being grandfathered out.
Yeah.
But if you have the apartment since the cap was taken off, they still have to live with the cap. So, like, for instance, my mom, she's lived there for forever. Mm-hmm. And the cap was taken off, but they still have to do with the cap. So I think it's like a 4.5 increase maximum every year.
Right. Yeah, I see what you're saying, yeah.
Right? So they can't go any higher than that.
Yeah.
But the problem is that once that person leaves, then they can set whatever price they want, exactly. And then they can raise the rent whenever as much as they want.
Exactly.
So what they're doing now is a lot of landlords they're figuring out ways to kick those people out.
Yeah.
And then, the guy's stuck at like $900 a month all inclusive. Mm-hmm. You kick him out. Now you're asking for $2,200 plus utilities.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
So fuck.
That's what. Yeah. You know what? I don't want to get too political, but when governments and all that say we're going to tax the rich and we're going to make sure the rich do this and landlords are going to pay and property owners are going to pay and all this stuff, you know what? In the end, it's always the poor people, the poorest that lose.
No, exactly. I completely agree with you.
That's why that's why people are like, "Oh, you don't agree with taxing the wealthy?" I was like, "No, because it's a tax on everybody else."
They're not going to lose money.
A business owner doesn't give a shit.
A businessman doesn't go into business for losing money.
He's just going to raise the price of his products anyway.
Yeah.
And then somebody else is going to pay for it. So I'm like, well, who do you think is going to lose if McDonald's raises all their prices. It's going to be poor people
Who can't afford a Big
that
Mac?
can't afford anything other than McDonald's, and they'd go to McDonald's. I'm like, well, what do you think? McDonald's is like, oh, okay, we'll just eat that cost and keep the Big Macs the same price. I'm like, no, of course not.
No, exactly. No, I completely agree. And that was like the whole thing with our provincial election. I was like, yeah, it's great. Yeah, universal fucking dental care.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's great. Like, let's tax the rich. Oh, yeah, fuck. So everybody lives off of, the rich. And I get that. But, I agree with you. That it was just, it's already happened in the States.
Yeah, it happens everywhere.
They taxed a bunch of rich guys, and now they're fucking feeling it.
There's, I don't know. We're getting into political stuff now. I was going to say one other thing.
Well, say one more thing, and we'll get on the floor more fucking.
There's a guy named Dinesh D'Souza, and people that know him on the, left-leaning people that know him are going to go, ugh. They're going to wrinkle their nose and all that stuff. But he gave a great example because he's originally from India. He immigrated to the U.S.
Yeah.
He's been living in the U.S. for, I don't know how long, right? 30-some years or whatever. And he says, he goes, look, half of the people in India are surviving on one meal a day. He goes, that's all they can afford. He goes, India is a poor country, and there's a lot of people there. He goes, so half the people there, you know what? They can get one meal a day. They're doing okay.
And they're happy.
And, that's what they get. He says, when people start instituting these luxury taxes and taxes on rich, and like global warming taxes or climate change tax and like carbon taxes, I should say. Let's tax these rich businesses. It's the same thing. These businesses in India are just going to raise the price of all their products. They're going to raise the price of all their services. And then half of those people that have one meal a day are going to go down to no meal a day. They're going to go to one meal every other day. And he says, it doesn't help the people that need the help the most.
No.
He says, raising electricity rates. He says, businesses do have to pay for that. But they're able to pay for it. You know who's not able to pay for it? The poor guy, down the road that, you raise his electricity. He's got to choose between a meal or paying his electricity. And he says, that's all it hurts. Those are the people it hurts the most.
No, I completely agree with you.
And, and I mean, that's pretty sad. And that's what happened here in Ontario with the previous government. They raised the price of everything, but they raised the price of electricity by 400% or something.
Well, when it went privatized, and then they said, we can make money.
Some ludicrous amount.
Yeah.
And we're like, well, who do you think that's hurting? It's going to hurt the people. It's going to hurt the poorest. That's who it's going to hurt the most.
Oh, you're preaching to the choir, my brother.
So that's why I was like, I don't understand the whole thing of raising all the prices for all these, like essentials, the stuff that everybody needs. That's who it's going to hurt the most, the poorest. And then they get on TV and they go, we're going to help the poor. Well, you're not helping the poor, though.
No, you're fucking them in the end.
Yeah, it's contradictory, hypocrisy, whatever the word is.
Also,
and that's my take.
I got a question from the last show.
Yeah.
Girls with lisps, do you like them or not?
As long as it's a subtle lisp.
See? I'm not the weird one.
Yeah.
Thank you. They made me they made me feel like I was a fucking weirdo.
As long as it's subtle and they're not spitting everywhere and the lisp is not accompanied by a mental disorder.
No. I'm talking like just a normal lisp. See, I was on the I've told the guys, I was like, because there was a girl a couple weeks ago, I thought she was really cute, and I thought I was gonna bang her until some fucking unforeseen bullshit happened. And I was like, she had a cute lisp, which was I find kind of weird because either I'm on the fence about it. Either I hear a girl with a lisp and I'm like, fuck you, disgusting, leave me alone. Or I hear another girl with the same lisp, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, I want to fucking just rail you right now.
Yep. I'll tell you exactly why.
Why is that?
Because beauty and attractiveness is based on uniqueness. You can have somebody that is stereotypically beautiful, let's say, which in a woman's case is blonde hair, blue eyes, tall, big tits, that sort of thing. And people look at her and go, oh, she's beautiful. And you can all agree on it. Most people can agree on it. But the women that you are like, you go, I don't know what it is. She does something for me. And, you know, it's one of those things. It's all based on uniqueness. There's something really unique about a person's mannerisms, or the way they look or dress in combination with the way they look. It's all about unique about them.
Okay.
That's what attractiveness. That's what most attractiveness is based on. So when you say, "Oh, I like the lisp," it's because it's unique to a person, especially if that person is, in your case, you like Italian women. You know.
Well, I mean, my record says that I prefer that.
Yeah. So it's like maybe if it's a subtle lisp on an Italian girl, you know, something like that.
Yeah, but this girl was Mungie Cake, though.
Oh yeah, well, there you go.
She was, yeah, and blonde hair, blue eyes.
So.
And all I could think about was like how I was gonna fucking rail her that night.
Yeah, because it's different.
But then there's other girls with the same, like they'll come on the list and fucking drop dead gorgeous. Like if I seen her walking down the street, for sure I would have catcalled her.
Yeah.
But the moment she started talking, I'm like, shut the fuck up. I've already lost my boner.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, that's
and they were making me feel like I was fucking weird. I was like, no, man, it's either it suits them or it doesn't.
Yeah, well, people find certain things attractive, right? And everybody has, I guess they call it I don't want to say a kink because that seems more like dirtier than it. But everybody has a certain look or a thing they like, right? In women or men, I guess. Like a certain kink or a certain way of dressing, things like that. That, you know, that's what you look for, and it might not be a stereotypical beauty, but, you know, I like gothic women.
Is that like a fetish, though? No.
I don't know, I just like them.
Really?
Yep.
Is it because most of them have like daddy issues?
No, not really.
I'm not saying that your girlfriend has a daddy issue or anything.
No, it's just I don't know what it is, but it's just something about the look that does it for me. So,
really,
yeah. And
interesting.
with other people, they have other. I'm sure there's other things that people look for. I think women with glasses. There's guys that like that.
Women with glasses.
Yeah, there's guys that really like that. Well, the Asian thing is common.
That's a common Mungie Cake thing, though.
Yeah, it is. It's almost overdone here.
Yeah, I've heard that too. Like, and every time I see a white guy with a Chinese girl or whatever, an Asian girl, I'm just like, you dirty pig, you.
there's that. That's kind of overdone these days. But
I've never. That's another one I've never had sex with.
Yeah, no, me either.
No, I've never. I like to.
But yeah, anyway, that's it's all. Everybody's got something that triggers their emotion, right? And it's usually something unique to that person.
I just find, like I said, I just found it irritating. Well, not irritating because I was just like, why would that be such a big fucking deal, right? So I'm just like, man, I don't know. And then as soon as you said, well, you know, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I'm like, thank God someone thinks like me.
Yeah.
Because like sometimes I just wonder, like, I wonder if sometimes if Will fucking just disagrees for the sake of disagreeing with me.
Yeah, well, maybe, but I'm sure. Hey, he might be like contrarian just to do it, just to be.
Yeah, it's part of the show and stuff.
But I'm sure if you ask those guys, they would find something, some kind of feature or something like that on a woman, like to be really attractive.
Yeah.
I'm sure they would say what it is.
Is that your girlfriend calling right now?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm done my appointment. Can you come pick me up in Pickering?
Yeah. Well, we've basically been
we're at 2.5.
filling time until she actually messaged.
I know. Hey,
because
listen.
we had almost 3 hours to burn here.
Well, this is 2.5 hours right now.
Yeah. So
basically, listen. This is like I said. This is just us just shooting the shit for whatever. If you want to listen, you listen. If not, turn it the fuck off. I don't give a fuck.
yeah, this is this was supposed to be like extras on like a separate like a network page and stuff that it doesn't fit into anybody else's show. But if you want to see extra stuff, you can go to a separate page. And we're always talking about the network or whatever we're trying to make. But
Well,
I don't care.
like,
You want it? We did it in your studio, so you can have it.
no. I prefer if I would send the file to you guys right away. I don't care.
Yeah.
And share it on your page. Like I think I shared the last one on your pages too.
Yeah, we can do that too. Whatever, man.
But like I said, it was just
I get. That's the thing. There's a lot of stuff going on these days, and like I said, I have a lot of stories. I just got to be reminded of them.
And we have a lot of the stuff in the works.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Dude, it's been a fucking long, like not a long year, but like I don't know. It's weird. If you, like, I think I've told you this before. If you had told me like 5 years ago that this was gonna happen and all this stuff was gonna happen all at once, and
yep,
dude, I didn't think like I didn't think I was gonna have this many views. I didn't think I was gonna have this many listens so fast and so quickly.
Yeah.
And if you had told me 5 years ago that this was gonna be my thing, and then having this network that we're building and stuff like that, I'd have been like, man, Scott, shut the fuck up. This is fucking stupid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What a fucking great year. I don't think I've had a better year ever in my life.
Yeah. The last piece of wisdom I'll say is that I tell people this all the time, where they're like, oh, I'm not sure if I should do this. Do you think this is the right thing to do? Or I was like, look, you just have to try it. Just do it, try it, because in a week you never know what's gonna happen. Oh
no, exactly. Or you don't want to be 65 being like, fuck, I should have tried that out. I
should have done it. Everybody says that regrets, right? But when it comes to like, you want to try a different venture, you want to try a podcast, I got an idea, you just do it, because even if it fails, you'll still gain experience from the failure.
No, exactly.
And if it takes off, it'll take off. And you can't be like, oh, that'll never work. I'm not going to bother. It'll never work. You just do it. You just got to do it, try different things, because even if you think it's a stupid idea, you never know if it's going to hit or not.
No, exactly.
And every choice you make will result in could result in multiple different things, and you never know anything that's going to happen.
Now, one more question before we sign off. The last year, with everything, how maybe this is the wrong wording I'm going to use. How impressed are you done by like the strides we've accomplished so far?
Oh yeah, great. Yeah, I'm really impressed. You've gone a long way.
No, not just me.
Yeah,
I'm just meant like us in the whole, like all
us in general.
Like your show, our show.
Yeah, I had no idea it was gonna be like this. Absolutely not. Because like I said, like me and Jay started by doing just screwing around with Facebook Live at Tim Hortons.
Yeah, stupid videos. I remember those.
And we were making dumb videos, and I remember he made one, and then the second one, I was on the phone, and he was doing it, and then he He put it in like selfie mode, and then he just goes, and Scott's over here, and I was like, oh hey, yeah. And then I got off the phone, and he's just like, hey man, do something funny, say something funny, and I started saying some funny shit, and then it eventually turned into
exactly
into that. And like I said, your first iteration of the show, I can't remember how many episodes it lasted, but you decided to fold it and retool, as they say, or reinvent it. And you wouldn't have had this if you didn't try to do the first time.
Yeah.
And fail. But you took a chance where you said, I don't like it. It's not working out. I'm going to shut it down and change it and think about what I want, and then try it again. And that's what I'm saying. You never know. You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And
then one more. What do you think is due for us in this year?
What's going to happen?
The network, for sure.
Well, the network is one thing, which is going to be a central hub where every episode that we make will be linked from there. So you can follow individual shows, or you can follow the network page, which will link all the shows. Once the network comes up, then we'll be debuting at least 2 or 3 new podcasts.
Probably, yeah. I mean, this is pretty much a brand new podcast. It's us shooting the shit.
Pretty much. There's this. There's the one we're working on with me and you. Not this.
No, more of an MMA wrestling
It's
show.
an MMA wrestling show. Really cool, unique angle. There's another one that I'm going to be doing myself, which is based on an old blog that I used to have. I used to run a blog about like men's issues and men's interests, and anything I found interesting or helpful to guys, I would put it up. And I had the idea that I wanted to do a podcast companion to it, because the articles are really wordy, and it takes me a long time to write the articles. And so I was like, well, I could do a podcast, and I could pick an article and like expand on it, or pick something and then like talk about that more. So that's gonna be something that's gonna be debuted with a new network as well.
And Jay's talking about his comic book one.
Jay wants to do comic book / I guess pop culture sort of deal. That'll be his baby.
I'm trying to talk Will into having his own little fucking left wing fucking propaganda bullshit.
And well, once we get the network up, all those things can happen.
Yeah.
And after that, there's talk of doing recorded video, compilation videos, interviews, man on the street interviews. We're talking about getting regularly occurring guests, things like that. It's there's a lot of stuff that we're working on, but it's always one step at a time.
No, and I'm just saying, like, I'm just so proud of ourselves that we did that. So
yeah, who knows where it's gonna go? Like, I have no clue where it's gonna go, and I try not to think about it. I told me and Jay talk about, we just do what comes next at the appropriate time. When it's time to do the next step, then we do it.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, you guys lit a fire under me. So you've seen me in the last year. I haven't stopped. I don't stop thinking about it.
Oh no, you're pumping out a ton of episodes. You're always coming up with ideas. And that's the network. We just got to think of a name for the network. That's all.
Yeah. So if anyone's hearing this, they want to email us.
I told everybody to come up with a name. We'll sit down and we'll pick the one we like.
Fair enough. Okay. Well, it's time to go.
Yeah.
2.5 hours. I'm beat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go play some FIFA, and then I'm probably gonna meet up with the guys. Are you coming out tonight?
What's tonight? Thursday?
Yeah, we'll probably either go to 15 and fucking try to. Well, I'm gonna try to pick up bitches. Mm-hmm. Scott's taken. Yeah, you can. You know what? You can act like the creep like that, and I'll come in and save her.
I have. I'm trying to think if I have exceptions or not from Emily. I don't know if I do or not.
No, you just no. Be the creep.
Yeah.
Not gonna.
And drive them your way.
Yeah, and be like, "Excuse me, ma'am, is that piece of shit fucking bothering you?" Oh, Dominic, thank you for saving me. Let me suck your dick. A lot of Oh man, see, this is what happens. I get reminded of shit. Oh, here
now
we
we
go.
just keep going.
Okay, no. Okay, one more story.
You can't end this. See, I get reminded of stuff. There's one time where I don't know if other people have this relationship where like they talk to their woman and they're like they get an exception, like a cheating exception, where it's like if you find a woman like this and it's a particular woman, they'd be like, that's fine.
The hall pass.
Yeah, the hall pass, right? And I can't remember if Emily's ever given me one like that, like some kind of exception. But I told her straight up. I was like, I gave her like a certain like woman. I'm like, I'm sorry, but if I find that kind of woman, I'm gonna go ahead and have sex with her if I can. And she's like, I can't believe you're just telling me this. And I was like, look, you can't blame me for this. And it was like, whatever it was, it's like, oh, it's an Asian goth that is this tall and this and that. And it's like something really particular. And she's just like, all right, fine.
Who's in the cosplay as Yogi Go?
Yeah. I can't even remember what
it's
it
probably
was.
like something ridiculous like that.
Yeah. And I don't know what it was.
She wants a 5'1" Asian, 100-pound soaking wet goth.
Yeah, I know.
Who likes to dress up like Pokemon while she licks my nuts.
Yeah, and I was like,
Okay.
I was like, also any minor to moderate celebrity. And she's like, what? Define moderate. And I was like, the gothic girl from Blair Witch 2. And she's like, oh yeah, okay, I know her.
Actually, you know what? You know who you would like? Ruby Riot.
Ruby Riot.
Yeah, I'll show you a picture before you just get your...
But I don't even know. I was like, I can't even remember if there was or not. But anyway, that's more in depth about my relationship.
Let me see if she comes up here. Yeah, she comes up here. Hold on.
I don't know why.
I'll show you a picture of her, and then you can get out of here.
We'll just search her.
No, I got it right here.
All right.
She is right up your alley.
What?
There you go.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Moderate celebrity, WWE superstar.
Oh really? She's in WWE.
Yeah, she's part of the Riot Squad.
That's all right.
Yeah. Oh, you're a fan all of a sudden.
Now that is a moderate celebrity, gothic,
Exactly.
tattooed up. I mean, I'm not crazy about the tattoos, but she has to go one way or the other. It's either a lot or a few.
Well, she's got a lot.
There
She's
you
got the
go.
spacers, the shaved head, the whole fucking...
Yep.
She belongs at emo night, or what I like to call father issue night, at the Mustache Club.
Yeah, that might be a moderate enough celebrity that
Yeah.
I'd be like, look, you just calm down. This has got to be done.
Yeah, she's got 100,000 followers on her Twitter. She's a celebrity, hon.
Oh man, oh,
She's gonna listen back and hate my fucking guts. Well, remember that time you
Yeah,
told me
right.
God wasn't real?
yeah. Oh man, I can't say too much about a relationship on the air, but
No, it's
I've said a good amount.
okay. Well, now we're at 2:40. We're leaving.
Yeah, I gotta get out of here.
Yeah, before she freaks out. Oh, excuse me. That was a good one.
Look, this isn't the Savages, man. You can't just belch on the air like that, okay?
Dude, that's my...
I don't care. You can do whatever you want.
It pisses people off, and I love it, so...
It's your studio. Like I said, it's yours.
Anyways, have a good night, guys. We'll talk to you later.
All right. See you, everybody.
Bye.